I'm live now.
All right, going live.
Everyone's live. Nice.
All right, Twitch output's ready. Got everything ready on YouTube. Post the stream notification on my server, and I will post it in the creator showcase as well.
Oh yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish there was an easier way to get a share link from YouTube.
Yeah, something that I don't like
I
about
know, you
YouTube
gotta go to
stream
the
links is that like the
arrow,
thumbnail
the-
is different size for YouTube for some reason. For the streams on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, are they different size? I never noticed.
In the what's it called? In the embed, it cuts off like the edges.
I see.
All right, well, welcome to the stream, everybody. We with the subscribe and earn drops to Duolingo. What?
Oh yeah, I saw that. You could get some jobs to Duolingo.
Okay.
Learn
All
a
right.
language.
All right. Well, I think we're still waiting on Angel, but that's fine because, I mean, we need to give some people some time to pile in anyway. Pile into the stream. Yo, what up,
Hey,
Who Need Bag? I could probably get some background music playing now that I think about it.
Yo, Joe's got the whole setup over there, bro. He's ready.
Oh, yeah.
Nice to you over
Nice
there.
work, Joe. I gotta get myself a green screen like you have.
It's honestly, I showed it off in one of my last streams. It's a mic stand with a broom taped to the top of it.
Oh, really?
And then I just brought some fabric from Fabricland, so it's pretty shambled together.
All right.
Hey man, it works.
Yeah, I know.
Why don't I just get like a Destiny like chill mix, like tower music?
That's hilarious.
Yep. Let me just get this playing.
Yo, what's good, Milk Dud?
Did you say Milk Dud?
Yeah, that's my boy. Always with the
Yeah.
penguin emotes.
Yes, it is Virus. I wonder if it'd be possible to like combine all of our chats into one.
If you're on Twitch, there is. You can collab.
Yeah, on Twitch
Okay.
you can. Yeah.
Who's on Twitch right now? I'll
I
add
am.
you to the collab. Okay.
I am. Yeah, unknown is. I think Joe's probably on
I think
Twitch
the
as
music's
well.
a bit too loud.
I am.
Yeah, let me
I
get
mean,
with the
Sirius,
collab.
Sirius, I see you over there in Virus's chat. Good morning,
Yeah.
and thank you for literally spending an hour and a half watching that entire video. You are a goat, dude.
Alright,
You
I should
should probably
destination,
pull up
more story.
Virus's chat because it's probably it'll probably be the biggest one, obviously.
Yeah.
Misery.
Their sounds got low, or I'll
Agent.
put them up a bit higher so you guys can hear them better.
Yeah, stream together. Get started.
I sent you. I sent Misery, Agent 1. Who else am I missing?
Let me know if that's not enough
Why
of
is
a
it
one
like
increase.
asking for microphones?
Put it up a little higher.
Okay.
Or if I'm too high, let me know that too.
Oh, you're too high. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
good, boys. What's good?
Too early,
Don't
too early.
Oh.
Surely one of the creators on this panel spent $200 a week on this game, right? Probably value, probably.
Not a
Me?
week. Not $200
Me, you
a
mean?
week total. I probably hit it up to 200 total. I'm pretty sure like buying every single top up is enough to get to 200, right?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I'm not
Because
sure,
there's
man.
a $100, the $50, the $25.
Yeah, if you're buying from the store,
10
it should be
and
about
5.
200 for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
I've got
it's
I've got
Angel,
the
bro.
what's it called? I've got the wolf skin, so that's like 220 at least, right?
She right.
All right.
I got some echo over here with this. There we go.
So I've got a number of different. If I can open up Notepad, yeah, I've got a number of different topics pulled up
I convinced him. Yeah, you
Yeah,
cheats.
I can go ahead and post some of the topics that I've got prepared at the GC.
We probably don't need to do this, but should we go through introductions? I think most people who are sub to
yeah, most people.
us are sub to like each other here,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
Also, I
just-
send out the collabs for everyone on Twitch, I think.
Yeah. Would that like pop
I
up in a
clicked
notification?
it, but it didn't work because apparently I gotta be on Chrome to do it.
Oh what?
You want me to resend it?
That's crazy.
Oh no, yeah, he just told me to get Chrome if I want to do the collab.
Just do better.
Where would I find it?
It's
Alright,
in
where
your
would I
Twitch
find it?
dashboard.
You have to be
should
on
be-
on.
Yeah,
like,
you'd have
you're
to be on like
streaming,
yeah.
Chrome, yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, it's not letting me set it. We probably should have done this beforehand. I just thought about it.
Technical
Yeah.
difficulties, chat. Apologies.
Yeah.
Our first day out here.
Professional streamers. Everyone.
Yeah, professional
This is what-
streamers.
This is what Netties has to deal with.
This is what Nettie's has to do.
Yep. But feel free to add any topics that you guys have like prepared or thought up that I haven't listed in the GC.
Alright, let me see.
And this isn't in any particular order either that I put it out. We can do it however.
Mhm.
So if we get to like the end of one topic, then we can move on to whichever other topic works.
What's good, handsome Sammy?
¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien, ¿y tú?
I
That's
still
all I got.
haven't
Don't
eaten my
push it.
breakfast yet either, so
Either have I.
So wait,
Yeah.
the chat's already.
I definitely
Yeah. on
postponed
Twitch.
in bed a little bit too long.
Yeah, I combined them.
I think you might.
Alright,
need,
well, Play 2
the
Production
collab
said, I don't know anyone here but Fyrus, so probably would be good to do some introductions. I mean, I personally, I don't really feel
Okay.
like that I need much of an introduction. But, I mean, I'm not like that in my head that I think that anybody playing Destiny Rising would know who I am, so.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
is that
let-
Agent?
Is that MTAG?
Yeah.
Empath.
Well, let's just go from, like, top left to top right from my perspective. So, Joe, why don't you lead us off?
Hey, I'm Joe Nova.
Mhm.
I do the same shit Virus does. I make some Destiny Rising content. You can check me out at youtube.com/Joe Nova Destiny.
Yep. Alright,
You're
well,
next.
yep, I'm Fyrus. I'm sure most people who clicked onto the stream probably know me, but if you don't know me, I've been making Destiny Rising content since the beta. I've been very, very passionate about this game, and I have also not shied away from criticism since day one. In fact, my very first video was a video criticizing the monetization of the beta. And since then, you know, launch came around and I just grinded away, put out a lot of videos, and there's, you know, here we are today. And, you know, a little bit of extra background for those of you who don't know, I've been playing Destiny since slightly before the Taken King came out. I actually started, I think, before, like, a week before they made the announcement of that DLC. So, long-time Destiny player, been on and off. Sometimes due to hardware, sometimes due to hard times. And, you know, I love this game. Alright, G-Shun, you're up next.
What's good, boys? My name's the G-Shun. I'm a D1 vet. Started the game probably like the day of it came out. Figured out the game was a thing a week before and decided to try this content thing out. But I've been having a blast. I do the kind of the same stuff, a bunch of guides and things. I'm probably the most washed Shifting Gates player already. Everyone in the chat already likes to clown me on it, so you know we know you elites. But yeah, much love to all you guys inviting me out onto this. I'm looking forward to it, building up the community for everyone and all that good stuff. I think that's
Sweet,
you, Misery.
I was like, am I next? What's
I
up?
core main, by the way.
I'm an old man. No, I actually started content creation for Diablo Immortal. Still actually cover that game. That's the game I came from.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're actually gonna have a little bit of some extra insight onto some other stuff that NetEase has gotten their hands into.
I was wondering if that was going to come up, but yeah, I do.
Almost definitely.
Almost
Pretty much as
definitely.
soon as I heard about your history, I knew that you would be like an amazing addition to this podcast.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yep.
But yeah, so Destiny, I covered Diablo Immortal for going on 3 years. I found out Destiny Rising was a thing because I got the notification on my phone that it was now live. I heard of the game in general, but didn't know it was actually coming out that quickly. And then I played D2. I'm kind of a Destiny baby as well. I covered D2, or played D2 was like in, I guess, high school technically, or early college, like when it first came out. Whatever that first expansion was the raid that I did. But outside of that, yeah, loving the game. The community is awesome. I've been very open that I do not know it all, nor do I claim to know it all, but I'm happy to learn it as a group. The community's been fantastic in that aspect.
All right, Angel, you're up.
All right, yeah, I'll go by the name of One Wing Angel. You know, I'm fairly new in the Destiny content creation scene, but I'm well established content creator in the spaces of like the kart racing. I am a #1 player in the world in Disney Speedstorm. I'm climbing up the leaderboard to Sonic Cross Worlds. I'm a leaderboard climber, and I'm climbing the leaderboard in Destiny Rising too. So whatever game I touch, I'm a pretty good player in it. Nonetheless, I've been a Destiny player since Destiny Alpha. I'm a Twitch partner, YouTube partner, Kick partner. And yeah, I'm just ready to talk about this game and the state of it and what changes you like to see to actually see the game progress and in a better atmosphere.
He just might see a lawyer. Okay. There, that should be better.
All right, Oda.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am Automaton. For those of you who aren't familiar with me or don't know me, I am a Destiny 1 alpha veteran from the PlayStation 3 days, actually.
Wow.
So I've been around, just to date myself, I have been around a long time in the franchise. I've got over, I think, 4,000 or 5,000 hours in the game in Destiny as a whole, not counting Destiny Rising. So definitely got a lot of experience with the genre and with the game and the franchise. I've been a Twitch partner for years. I've been a YouTube partner as of 3-4 days ago, which is pretty awesome. And I've been thank you. And I've been a content creator on and off. The channel is 10 years old this year. So just to give an idea of how long I've been around. It started with anime content and some song parodies and things of that nature, and slowly evolved over the ages. And now we're here. So my content lately has focused a lot on trying to elevate the community voices and really get your all's opinions on things and engage with the community as much as possible to try to hopefully get some recognition of some of our issues. So yeah, looking forward to this talk very much so.
All right, and I guess that just leaves me. But my name is unknown. I've been playing since Destiny, the beta, I think. It wasn't really the alpha, it was the beta. I kind of got into it just because there wasn't any other games out on the PS4 at the time. That's literally the reason that I ended up downloading the beta. But I just kind of ended up falling in love with the series, and I started making videos on it when Destiny 2 actually came out. So I've been making Destiny content for a while with D2, minus like a year or two break. And so when I saw Destiny Rising was actually announced, I was definitely interested in it. I didn't really make much content like before the actual release, but with the release I actually started making a lot more videos, and the sort of videos that I make are like guides and also build type videos. I'm big into builds in D2. That's kind of like the main thing I did over there, so I kind of brought that over here as well. And that's pretty much it.
All right, well, that's about everybody here.
Yo, I forgot to mention with my racing experience, I'm coming for everybody in a Sparrow racing event. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's if you can beat the cheaters. So they actually did remove a bunch of people from the leaderboards. But it seems like the only criteria was that they removed anybody who had a lower than 2-minute time.
Which
So-
still makes
Yeah.
getting which still makes it impossible to beat those
So-
times.
Yeah.
Funny enough, they actually fixed the problems last night. And I know this because Ryan and I were doing some testing. Ryan went over to APAC to test out some stuff there. And then in the process of him testing over there, I got on here and was like, I'm going to test on this side. And as soon as I logged on, people were trying to cheat and kept getting kicked from the match.
Hey.
Yep.
Hey,
So it was like
interesting.
one of those things. Yep. It was really good. I was happy to see it. I didn't actually suffer any of the cheaters at all because it was already fixed by the time I got on.
Yeah, I just completely decided to not participate until they fix it. I mean, it sounds like it's good that they like at least put out some kind of hot fix for it. I don't
It is
really
weird
know
that they
if
put
it's going to
no
be even
statement
possible
out.
to get like in the top 50 anymore, because like, is it even possible to get like a sub 205 or something like that, or a sub 210?
I think it's
Without-
about like 215, 213-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be real tough.
All right.
Yeah, so my best time was maybe 218, 217. I think Ryan's best time was maybe 216, 215.
Okay.
I think
yeah.
the lowest I've
And-
seen was 213.
Yeah, and I've seen a 210, and I don't know how they did it, but
All right.
I've seen a 210 that was legit, and that's the fastest I've seen. So anything below 210 is probably
Keep in mind,
Yeah,
we
that's a
do get
lot.
extra
All those
boost
improvement
in this
runs
event
are-
from running over
Yeah.
enemies. So
So-
the time might be able to get a little bit lower.
Yep.
So what you're
So
saying is
everyone
my
would
best time of
bad.
240 is terrible?
All right.
I mean,
Ooh.
Damn.
Well, you got to remember when we're talking about Ryan, we're talking about the numbers wizard, right? Ryan sat down and got stats for like literally every single sparrow and broke it down. Here's the best sparrow for the best map. Here's where the turning radius is. Like we have all of that stats in a spreadsheet, right? So when I'm looking to figure out which one I'm running on a map, I'm like, hey Ryan, which one am I using here? And usually I've got a pretty good, he's got a pretty good idea of what needs to be done. So
Yeah. So, all right, let's move on. I mean, I feel like we've done enough for talking about the Sparrow Racing event, just because it was a little bit relevant. So, out of all the topics that I listed out, anybody have anything that they think would be good to start out first? Again, it was like no particular order, so.
I mean, we can just go in the order.
Okay.
The order didn't look too bad.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
okay with that. Yeah.
yeah, obviously, starting out, we've got probably one of the most noticeable issues that has been occurring in Destiny Rising, and that has to do with the player base drop off and subsequently the viewer base drop off.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Yep. I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody making content related to Destiny Rising who isn't named Azcross is noticing the very, very steep drop off in viewership from even like the first couple weeks of season 1. And by very steep, I mean like it's close to 70% or more.
Yeah, I'm noticing I think it's about 50% on my end. And,
Yeah.
like, to be fair, like, a lot of the drop-off is after, like, the first few weeks of, like, launch hype, but you can still
Yeah.
see, like, it's still slowly declining over the last couple weeks
Yeah.
as well. You think there would have been at least some sort of spike with the new character announcement, but
Yeah, but it's
at
just,
least on
it's
my
still
end,
flat.
I didn't see
yeah,
anything.
it's still flat completely.
Maybe once she's actually out, but I don't know.
What do
And
you,
some
what
of
do
that
you
is
guys think?
predictable. Some of it's
Sorry, go
predictable
ahead,
with
Mizzy.
like any new game when it comes out is going to get that massive spike in the beginning of the
Oh.
hype, and then it's going to fall off.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's the concerning part, which I think we're all agreeing on, is like where is it stabilizing? Like where is
Mhm.
that new baseline?
Yeah.
And I was surprised. I did a video covering the first, I guess it was 3 weeks, technically not the first month coverage of or like revenue earnings. And I also I had a contract where I covered what was it? Warcraft Rumble. So that was another not Blizzard, excuse me, but Activision game. And it actually earned more than Destiny Rising in the first month, by almost 4 million, which I was very surprised by, because that game was similar to Destiny Rising in the sense of like how free to play friendly it was, or in the article that I was covering was, maybe too generous. But it is interesting, the baseline being a lot lower than what I would have thought, because the game as an entity is fantastic. Like, at a baseline, like the game is incredibly polished, but it does have some growth opportunities for sure.
Absolutely.
What do you guys think that NetEase could do on their end to like help, like especially smaller creators? Like, should they be feeding out more sponsorships to the bigger creators so that more people are like, hooked on the game and stuff? Because it kind of, at least to me, kind of feels like there was that first wave of people that saw the game and hopped in. But now, since I'm not at least seeing as much of an ad push on their end for getting like even when they had the phase members doing the collab and stuff, there's not as many new eyes on the game and stuff, which I think if they got some folks in with bigger numbers, they could keep growing that new audience, which is just better for the game overall.
I think they need to make a decision on the path they want to take. Like,
Correct.
are you promoting to
100%.
gacha players, or are you promoting to Destiny players? Because
exactly.
They need to decide on one or the other, because mixing the two isn't going to make for a good promotion effort.
Absolutely.
I was going to say
I
the
feel like most of the
exact
time-
same thing.
Okay. No, you go.
So you guys don't think that combining both the Destiny player base and a gacha player base is a good thing?
Well,
I think they hate each other, honestly.
It just
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
mix.
hold on. So to be fair, I don't think that combining them is necessarily a bad thing. They do run kind of counterintuitive with some mechanics, right? But the issue is that they're clutching pearls when it comes to some of the gacha mechanics, some of the heavier gacha mechanics, like really restricting mats and resources and slow power progression and grind. But they're advertising to the shooter crowd, right?
Yeah.
So the issue we have here is they're trying to sell chocolate to a diabetic. It's not a great idea. It's really not. And
You're trying to,
think that they gotta be just trying to reach out to more actual gacha creators. I feel like
yes,
every single sponsorship like deal that they done, it's to either Destiny players, which they already kind of had. They didn't really need to go after Destiny players, or mobile shooter guys, which there is some overlap right there. They could definitely get some of the mobile shooter guys, but we have not seen a lot of big gacha creators getting to any Destiny Rising or putting any like Destiny Rising videos out there.
Yeah, other than Imtash, I haven't seen any gacha creators that even remotely gave this game a glance, and that's sad. Because
I think the only reason he gave it a glance is because he has obvious Destiny history before he switched to Genshin.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Imtash was basically a gimme because this is, and I'm not saying anything negative about him, of course, but this is a game that was practically designed for him. Like it's kind of obvious that he's going to play it. But
is the best strategy to push content creators, or is it to push other advertisement revenue?
Personally, I feel like the best strategy is just to make the game super good, and that way you just have people talking about the game, because the best advertisement is a satisfied customer.
Yep, word of mouth. But the other thing that I think they could do that would more than even marketing at this point, that would massively improve things is they've got to be more vocal. They have got to start getting in front of things and talking about, hey, we're looking at this, or hey, we hear this. Like, they cannot just ignore every single piece of criticism, and maybe they're not ignoring it. I don't think they are. Maybe I'm naive, but I like to believe that they're at least considering all of this stuff we're putting out in the public space, and we're, all the conversations we're facilitating. But they have got to do a better job about communicating to us that they are aware, so we can shut up and move on to other things.
I mean, to be fair, they did talk about the leaderboards for Eclipse, even though it was post Eclipse finishing when they finally did make their statement.
Yeah.
They still haven't said anything about Sparrow Racing. They put the patch out, but they haven't said anything about it, any plans or what.
And beyond that, I mean, talking a bit more about like the audience and stuff, this game just straight up won't or doesn't appeal to the main gacha user base. I mean, just to be frank, it's
At least not
anime.
until the Hell Has swimsuit comes out in a couple
Well,
of days.
I mean, like just to be
Goodness
frank, it's not
skins.
anime. Like,
Aztecross said, we need that Marasov swimsuit outfit. Then we'll start getting some players.
Yo, so I'm not really like diverse in the gacha market, but is that really what the catch is for the gacha games? Is
Pretty much.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much, bro. Pretty much.
I tell you what, hey,
Anime waifus.
go play some ZZZ real quick, and then
Corrupt my mind, aren't you?
Gooner bait, man, Gooner bait. I do love ZZZ though, just to clarify. I'm not a hater.
Someone in
another-
chat said we need these first descendant skins.
I'm just saying I wouldn't be opposed to a maid outfit for Gwen. That's all I'm saying.
all right.
I said
Well,
gothic wife.
Another thing that at least some people have mentioned to me is that there's not really any systems in play that people can whale on that if they want
Exactly.
to whale on.
That's
you know
it.
what
Yeah,
I mean?
the monetization
I-
wise, they missed the mark. There's
Yeah.
like not really much cosmetic wise. They're releasing
Yeah.
weapon skins very slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
because
And
I'd like to
again-
hear your guys' opinion on this. Because, like, for example, I came from Summoner's War, which is a big gacha game as well, and they would have things where there not only would there just be a lot of like renewable packages that you could buy, kind of like the bundles in our game, but they would be like a almost a nonstop limit that you could whale into, which would actually help contribute into like I guess our version of artifacts in that game. But they would also have a lot of incentives for like different like skins and things of that nature for the collectors that really care about those kinds of things. Collectors and stuff would be able to whale on those things as well. And I just kind of want to know what your guys' opinion on, like, do you think it would help the game if there was more systems that could allow people to whale if they want to, or do you think that would drive away the more free-to-play friendly crowd?
I feel like it would try to drive away free-to-play friendly, or even like the low spender crowd regardless, just because they're going to be like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I'm stuck here in this stage of progression, and Mr. Moneybags over here got every single character maxed out.
Yeah, it's definitely a slippery slope, and I feel like we saw it in the beta with how the black market ran during the beta, where you could just infinitely refresh the entire store and purchase everything you needed to max out leaderboards instantaneously. People weren't happy about it, and they changed it in the full version. So it's a weird slippery slope where if you start giving people the resources to just buy the exotic clusters, like we're gonna see some issues probably.
Absolutely.
Well, like there's a few different strategies they could do. So like again, I came from Diablo Immortal, which is heavy pay to win options. You can literally just dump a whole credit card and cap it to get enough power and just be infinitely stronger than anyone else. Or there's like Call of Duty Mobile, where you literally it's more skill based, but there's a plethora of different tiers of like cosmetics you can buy, and people still drop $300 on a pull just to get that really fancy skin. I think either way, they just I think it was your original point, Nova. They just had to pick what they want to do and then just commit to that strategy.
Yeah, frankly, I feel like going cosmetic only is going to be the best route for monetization going forward.
Yes,
I want to take a route from Bungie. Just start charging people for some fancy ass emblems, and they'll start making some real bank off emblems.
Yeah.
So here's the real problem that we have here, like because it's not as black and white as I'd like it to be, but the problem is a situation of identity. I think we need more whaling options, but the real question is how is that like I guess we have to look at the root of why it's not in there, right? And the reason that there's not more whaling options is because they want this game to hardcore appeal to the audiences that are not gacha players.
Yeah.
But they want the gacha players to cost. So they want gacha player money, but they don't want gacha player uncaps, if that makes sense. Like they're putting restrictions in that aim to make it fair because they don't know what they want the game to be. And that's a huge problem. It's the reason that I made that entire video where I said, here's what I'd do, right? Because they have to pick a side. They can't keep straddling the line. And if they continue to, it's only going to get worse because right now Destiny 2 is in horrible shape. I mean, it's the peak cap, and I'm not even trying to hate on the game. I've put probably, not even counting the hours. I every single time there was a season launch, I would put $100 to $200 in for cash shop items, right? Every single time.
Damn.
Oh yeah. I was a big spender over there. I bought the game on free. Do what?
Do you think that's part of the issue? Is that because D2 is in such a bad state, it's impacting
Yes.
Destiny Rising now?
Almost definitely.
definitely.
Like
That's exactly what
remember
I'm
that
getting at.
70% drop in viewership that I talked about before? that maps directly onto Destiny 2 according to a recent Sweat Cycle video.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, right? Because the thing is, this is the other thing. It's turned into a situation where the D2 creators nowadays, a lot of them are just saying, if you don't like it, leave. Stop coming in and complaining. And I can get it because it's got to grate on you when you've got. But when you tell people to go somewhere else and then they go somewhere else, it's a ripple effect.
Yeah.
That's what happens, you know? That's why, as a creator, one of my things is I'm going to try to elevate even the voices I don't agree with as much as possible, because there's different perspectives on it. But in order to actually like bring this back, Destiny Rising has to somewhat separate itself from Destiny 2. They have to, the name is not doing them any favors anymore.
Right,
and
agreed.
you know, the first route to that, they have to pick an identity. If they want to be a looter shooter, be a looter shooter. But you have to commit to it. And that's just my opinion, but
No, I'm pretty sure everyone here agrees that there has to be a point where they have to go after just one audience instead of trying to tackle on just two very different types of audience that don't really. Neither of the audiences are actually getting what they want.
Yeah, and they put themselves in a weird place because basically everyone I've talked to has either said one of two things. They've either said, what the hell is Destiny Rising? I didn't even know there was a new Destiny game. Or B, I'm never touching a gacha game. I just hate the monetization system. I love, like, the game looks fun, but I'm not touching it because I don't think the monetization system is good.
So we've talked a lot about, like, you know, I think we all agree that there's an identity problem. What identity do we think is best for the game and the community based off what we
Looter
currently
shooter,
have?
100% the looter shooter identity.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like we're all gonna say that because we all don't like the gacha system.
80% or more of this audience is Destiny players, whether they're like Destiny players and gacha players, but predominantly like they're Destiny players or previous Destiny players.
Yeah.
so here was
like,
my
they've
suggestion.
Bungie has shown that Destiny is a profitable series, and you've made almost a better Destiny than Destiny currently is. So you could definitely some way make it profitable without making it a horrible gacha system.
Yep.
Right.
And what's going wrong? Somebody asked in chat too, and I'm not fully aware because I haven't played Destiny 2 in probably 9 years. What is wrong with Destiny 2? Like, what is all the Destiny?
Where to
I'll
start?
speed
That's
run
a
you.
whole separate video.
I can summarize.
They
That's a very
created.
long discussion.
Yeah, I
I'll
can
try to
summarize.
summarize.
All right,
They
I'll let
they
others.
created this thing called the portal that basically takes every activity and puts it into one thing, and they made gear for that portal called portal gear, and that is pretty much everything that drops. They lowered the power grind to like +1. Now I think it's up to +3 or 4 light per drop, and then they reset everybody back down to 10 light, and the cap was 450 for a while. Now it's up to 550. So it just the gameplay's monotonous. 90% of stuff is basically sunset, because if it's not in the portal, you can't get power gear from it. So that's the real problem. Is they basically did a soft reset, and people are just not pleased.
Also made everything way too fucking difficult.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, the
they did.
activities are no longer
Yeah,
enjoyable.
I just literally can't. Like, if I want to grind for power and gear, I can't play with my wife anymore. Like, she just going into a grandmaster with my wife. Like, it's not happening.
Sorry, babe.
I want to play Destiny and I want to feel strong. I want to feel badass. I don't want to have to struggle and fucking sweat my ass off for like 20 minutes straight every play session.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways,
I mean,
back to I think we
minus
did-
90 for a +1.
Yeah, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Yep. And they just put mandatory deltas into place starting next week. So, that's
So-
basically they've made it difficult. That's all.
Well, it's more than that, but
I mean, even the
you know, if we were going to be talking about all the issues, we'd be here all day.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I feel like this is a good segue into the next topic, the poor material income / high material cost in Destiny Rising.
Oh yeah.
That's the big
I
one.
just want to see mythic quality materials in basic loot pools. Just make it like a fucking 2% drop chance or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can sit there and start grinding.
Yeah, they gotta rethink the pinnacle system.
100%.
I've said it multiple times. There are so if you look at other gacha games, there are say 100% items, right? 80% of those are grindable through you could use your quote unquote pinnacle energy over there, but you have the ability to gain more pinnacle energy. And 80% of them are grindable. So the only things that really aren't are like the high end talent tree and stuff like that items that you can get 3-4 times a week.
Right.
Well, they have 20% of the materials grindable in this game without pinnacle, and the other 80 are behind the pinnacle wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then in addition to the 80 being behind the pinnacle wall, we get 50% of the pinnacle energy that other games offer, because other games will give you, 240? It's one every 6 minutes. Yeah. So we're getting less. There's more locked behind the walls, and the sources for things are varied. Like if you want to level a weapon in Wuthering Waves, you go to the playlist that drop items for weapons, and they generally drop 90% of the items you need to level that weapon. But if you want to level a character in Destiny Rising, well, now you've got to start with Sheafs if you don't have them, so you got to go to Legacy, and then you've got to go into Chaos in order to get your fruits, and then you've got to go into, you got to go into Calamity Ops and wait 14 days to get some of your clusters, but you need 18 of them to finish. I mean, it's just, they need to take another pass at where things come from, how often you can get them, and how grindy they are, as well as the energy system.
I might have a hot take, so please check me. Is it because
I would love to hear it?
So I'm going to start this hot take with, I don't think that what we have is good, right? I'm agreeing with what you're saying, but is it because there isn't a clear end game and they're concerned that we can just rush and be done with the game, right? So like right now, if we had more ability of getting more resources, are you just maxing out a character and then what are you doing? Do you think that's their concern, or is it truly just a system that, we need more to level up more?
I think it might just be like they don't.
That is a bit of a concern. And somebody else want to go first?
Yeah, I think they just don't understand like the Destiny player's mindset. Yeah. Like, I want to just have the high level characters so I can play all the different characters, so I can just grind and enjoy the activities as them. I want to be able to play like Eclipse and Gauntlet Onslaught with, like a Tal if I want, or any other character. I don't want to have to spend, 8 months trying to level up every character to 70k so I can use them in Calamity Ops. I want to be able to play these characters and try them, and I just can't because I'm restricted by all these materials.
I don't really think that it's any... What's the word? I don't think it's wrong to just say straight up that having stuff to level up is intrinsically rewarding to most Destiny players. Like, me as a Destiny player, like, obviously I was a guy who would go for, like, Triumph Seals and stuff like that. But the collector mindset and just the, like, having everything and having everything upgraded is really, really strong in the Destiny community.
Yes.
Like, there are a bunch of people who will go for an exotic, not because they want to use an exotic, but because they want to have it and they want to have it upgraded.
Listen,
so they can just feel like that they've done it.
As a hardcore, like, the only game I played for years was Destiny, right? As a former extremely hardcore, diehard Destiny guy, this is my perspective. I want everything maxed so I can literally shit on 100% of content. I want to walk in and glance at a crowd of dregs and watch them die instantly. I don't want to fire a bullet. I want them to die from my aura. Okay? And most Destiny players think that way. They want cool guns. Like, it's nice if it's cool, but we want to be ridiculously overpowered. We want that power fantasy, that god mode. I am a lion looking down at ants type of feeling. And this game actually nails that when you overpower for things. I've seen. So the only problem is that, like, and this is the biggest thing. Let's say I'm grinding and I want Royal Contravene because we got Hell Hest coming out. I don't have the availability, the option, or any of that to actually get that weapon to C3. There's no drivable path where I can get that weapon to C3 within a reasonable time frame. And
yeah, I did the math for it yesterday. I think it's around like 1,600 pinnacle energy to get the materials to max out an exotic.
Yeah.
And that's
it's crazy.
That's if you get lucky with photons.
That is wild.
That's
And
if
the
you get
thing
lucky
is-
with photons, because if you don't get lucky with photons, then you have to add on all those black market coins that you have to spend.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I have
yeah.
never
that's
gotten
true.
a photon to drop. I have
I've
only
gotten
gotten one from
approximately
exchange.
one.
I bought all of mine from the black market.
Same.
I think it's when you need 7 to max out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 7
Yep.
1% chances
Yep.
per exotic.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
it's actually insane.
Who was it? Was it you that said it was 66.666% or 66.666 runs?
Well, what a number.
What a number, yeah.
Yeah.
What a number.
Yeah, they're the bane of my existence. It's not shocking, right? But the thing is, a lot of people, especially if they get a cool gun, like we're not talking about 3 to 5 exotics here. We're talking about 20, and in theory, there's going to be at least a couple more coming
Yep.
with
probably next
each
week.
update.
We know there's at least
Yeah.
one more coming.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I mean, I don't know, man. It's one of those things. Like you just.
So it's the real goal is as a player, because I have very limited experience in Destiny.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, what is it a pinnacle problem? Is it a grind problem? Is it a lack of an end game that we're lost on? But you're thinking like the general community just wants the ability of easily maxing characters to get that sort of.
Well, not
power
easily.
feeling.
No. Like
Well, not easily.
Yeah.
They just want to be able to do
grindable
it.
way.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just want to be able
grindable
to do
way.
it. Like, if it takes freaking 20 hours to max out a character, or hell, if it takes 40 hours to max a character, people will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as there's a clear path, right?
Yeah,
Like,
as long as
yeah,
there's
Yeah, as
like
long
a
as there's
clear
a clear
path
path.
and it's not like some really asinine bullcrap, kind of like how Singularity Chaos is
1.5%.
right now.
Yeah, like we're talking. I believe we're talking at least a month per character at the moment.
And
which
that's
is-
just for the material costs, and that's not even to get
Yeah.
them to like max. That's just to get them to like base 200 artifacts, a fully built exotic, and their relic as well.
I have a question for you guys.
And the
Do you
weapons.
think if they swapped Expanse and Calamity to weekly instead of bi-weekly, would it be a huge fix to the problem?
I think it would help.
It would help.
I mean,
but
it'd
it
help,
wouldn't
but,
be a
like,
fix.
Because you're
Uh,
doubling you're doubling not only the clusters, you'd be doubling fruits, you'd be doubling Lumina leaves, you'd be doubling whatever those stupid ring things are to refractor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
you'd be doubling all that in the Expanse per month.
I'm really
but-
hesitant to like say just move it to a weekly thing without also just addressing the rest of the material income stuff, because
Yeah.
you also have to like remind yourselves that we have to be casual friendly. Like, I know pretty much everybody here probably isn't a casual player, but we still want our game to be casual friendly, even if it isn't a casual game. And
Right.
we want to give them the time to be able to pursue these goals, because if, they only have one weekend to try this version of the Expanse, and then a week passes, and then it's fully reset, it's brand new stages, brand new modifiers, brand new cards, and maybe even, like, completely swap their element. They could have been building up, let's say, their Estella for that entire week, and, maybe they don't get it that weekend, and then the next week, it's freaking, let's say, Void and, I don't know, Piercing.
Right.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, they can't use Estella. So they have to then build a different character. And that's
That's true.
fair.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
it's the
kind of rat
rewards
race
reset
is-
weekly, but the I guess modifiers, if you will, reset on a different cadence. So, 'cause, I mean, I agree that you need the cadence. You need to have a sort of beginner friendly model where anyone can pick up the game and understand, okay, cool, I like this game or not, without scaring them with being overwhelmed. And I think we're close to that right now with how many different material upgrades there are, and that's without even knowing how impossible it is to fully upgrade something.
Yeah.
Too many materials.
Yeah.
I feel like also, I mean, if you're adding the looter shooter aspect to this game, you can't have a looter shooter and cap people from looting, because at that
Well,
point,
yeah.
you're scaring away the looter shooter player base, because it's like, well, I can't really progress because nothing that I'm getting, the basic rewards don't mean anything.
Yeah.
You need the
Yeah.
rewards that are from the pinnacle energy.
What Destiny
Yeah.
players love seeing the number go up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Big number go
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Big number good.
Big number go up.
Big number go big.
Monkey
Number
brain
go up.
happy.
And
Mhm.
someone in
Number
chat
go up,
is
brain
even
go
talking
happy.
about. Someone in chat's even talking about just being able to refund our exotic materials. Like, say,
God, yes.
you dump into a character. If you're a
Like,
casual
if-
player, you know what I mean?
Okay, but here's the deal. Like, I would much rather just have the ability to build multiple exotics rather than just like shuffle around my materials, because that's ultimately what's
Agreed.
gonna
Agreed. If they had a system in place that made it easier to just have multiple exotics built, I'd take that any day over having to like max all your things into one. But at least at the moment, as it stands, it feels like the exotic infusion cores. I'm like being fully free to play and stuff. Like I'm so down bad on those on a weekly basis that it's just like I have to like spend all my pinnacle and legendary missions to like grind those 4 at a time. You know what I mean?
Listen,
so if they were able to
4 at a time for all that pinnacle energy is worth it.
It's probably not, but your boy needs some exotic.
No, I mean, I'm just gonna say straight up, if Pandora was not coming to me daily with 40 cores and a photon, I would not be anywhere close to maxing out my Mahamiri.
I feel like if they were to take that route, you're just having people playing inventory management the game. Like you're not even like you're gonna spend more time in your inventory. Like, okay, I want to play this activity that needs this character. All right, time to take everything off Tan 2, swap it over to the other guy, spend 15, 20 minutes moving all my resources over, and then you want to go to the next activity that requires, instead of Ning Fei, it requires, Gwen. You're just gonna take it. It's I feel like you're just asking for people to be playing inventory management at that point.
Well, like, let's just...
You are losing a bit of resources every time you reset. It's not a lot, it's like 10%, but you are losing.
10% of the infinite glimmer I have?
Yeah. So, I feel like now we could move on to the next one, which I feel like moving pretty cleanly into that. The terrible RNG on basically everything, and I have listed low artifact drop rates, refactoring, just that entire system. Exotic mods in general, decals for some reason, photons.
Decals.
Yeah.
So the artifacts are real bad. Yesterday I think I had a bunch of bonus pinnacle energy, so I had probably close to like 200 pinnacle energy, and I dropped it all in chaos, and I had enough to maybe refractor twice, like. When you get to the point where it takes 12 of it to, like it's crazy.
It's twice in like a base 180. Like as soon as you get to like 190 or 200, like especially 200, like it's pretty much guaranteed that you have to hit that pity every single time. I don't think I've ever seen somebody with like a base 200 artifact get like it before pity or even get more than a +1 attribute point. It is actually like somebody in my server actually did the number crunching, if I can pull that up. I think it was in the Destiny Rising builds channel. If I scroll up real quick. Oh, yep. So, yeah, here is essentially the artifactual essence. I have it on stream right now. To take something from attribute level 195 all the way up to 220, it would take 770 artifactual essence.
Jeez.
From 195 to 2, so that's already starting out really good. Like 195, that's a goated artifact drop. The highest I've ever seen like a base artifact drop, I think was 209, and I saw that like once. I've seen like 2 artifacts that like drops from me above base 200.
And they still haven't fixed it where basics are still dropping low, right?
Oh,
I haven't kept an eye on it.
I mean, you say fixed, but that's intentional game design. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like, from my perspective, I'm looking at it as, like, I get a high one to drop, and I start leveling that, and then I farm basic ones so I can attribute transfer over later.
That's the way you gotta do it. That's what I've been trying to do. But, I mean, it keeps giving me Valiant Veils on my Ning Fei, even though I've already got that 209 roll.
What's everyone's thought on the elemental lock on exotic?
I mean, if I could actually grind my exotics, I'd be okay with it. But personally, I just don't really see any reason why the elemental lock exists, considering that there's not really any sort of like actual identity between the artifacts. If it was a different system, like if we had like exotics that were actually like exotic armor in Destiny 2, where you could only equip one, and it had a very unique perk, then I could definitely be okay with them having some lockout, maybe some elemental lockouts. But honestly, I feel like a rolled lockout would work a lot better than an elemental lockout.
I feel like that would have been an interesting system if they made it so you could equip 3 of the mythic artifacts, and then there was like one exotic artifact, and that exotic artifact had like completely different special perks, like stat effects compared to the mythic ones to make them feel more like exotic armor.
I feel like it would be better to just have a separate exotic slot. Because if we did it that way, then it would basically just be like, okay, which slot has like the worst artifacts compared to like the worst mythics compared to the exotics.
True.
Or like which exotic can I not live without? And I would much rather have like 4 mythics and 1 exotic that is like very exclusive, very powerful. And I already talked about some other ideas of what they could do, and it should be like some really character changing stuff. One thing that I mentioned was a void item in Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain 2 specifically. It took the ukulele, which originally is an item where when you hit an enemy, it would like spread some lightning out to other targets. But the corrupted version of that item made it so that the extra damage would just be like focused onto the same target. So I was thinking like an exotic like that with, I don't know, like Caber or Ningfei, that'd go insane.
You can have even something like the different Nova Bombs, like say Ikora. Instead of having one like Slova Bomb, you could have an artifact that switches it into like a 3 split, like we had in Destiny 1.
I don't really think it would be a good idea to make it like character specific changes like that. Maybe just like some general changes, because like obviously something Chain Lightning, that's something that pretty much every single, well, not every single character, but it's something that a lot more characters can make use of. But you know, obviously something like turning a Slova Bomb into, like, I don't know, the Cluster Nova Bomb, that's just specific to Ikora.
True.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, like characters and things that are locked to characters? What are you guys' opinions on, like, what if they ever change the game so that any character could kind of play any weapon kit?
I don't think that's going to be possible. It would break too many things because of the kit identities.
They would have to rework a lot of stuff. I definitely feel like they could open it up a little bit more.
Yeah,
like a choice one.
But there would need, there would need to be some heavy reworks if they want to open up the entire system. Because
my suggestion is
like you think Ningfei is crazy with Mahamiri? Imagine giving Ningfei is like sniper rifle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you intended that to be bad, but I think you just kind of got all of us excited.
Well, no, I intended it to be good, but yeah. So I mean, obviously,
my thing is keep it in the same family, right? Like let them. So if you've got scout rifles, what's the difference between, or snipers? What's the difference between letting them use a sniper, or letting them use a linear? It's the same effect, right? Because they're both piercing. Yeah. Let them stay within the Shinka addressment types. Definitely make more new characters with multiple Shinka addressment abilities, like Finala and Wolf, but particularly a 5-star, preferably. But you know, let them
crazy. But I could have heard someone saying that in the Chinese beta, Wolf was able to switch between 3 different weapon types. Maybe I misheard someone, but I might have been mishearing from someone just spewing shit. But I could have heard someone say that only Wolf was allowed to switch weapon types at some point.
I don't know.
This is the first time I hear about it.
I heard something about that as well. I didn't see any like actual confirmation on it.
Okay.
I mean, moving a bit further into the RNG department, exotic mods. That entire system.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
I have like 5. I have like 5.
Yeah.
Please give me some more.
So
I didn't realize until 2 days ago that the perk actually increases your power as well. I thought it was just like, here's a little bonus to make your perks a little bit stronger. I didn't realize it actually increased your power as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
none of the exotic mods that I have so far actually match any other perks that I want to put them on.
I have one. I have one on my total lockdown.
Yeah, so not only do you have a chance at getting an exotic mod on a weekly or daily locked out resource, being either Pinnacle Energy at an extremely low percentage, or from your frontline keys, or, you know, let's just be honest, you're getting all of them from your challenge keys. But even like right now, where I've got almost an entirely maxed out like exotic drop, like mod drop chance, I'm at 45%. There are some days where I load in, I spend 2 keys, and I get nothing.
Yep.
It just completely blanks.
And not only that, but how many of you have gotten mod drops from the 14% from like strikes or something like that?
Maybe once.
I think I got one from strikes, but I've definitely gotten a couple from.
I got one from my
but that's
from my commander ops yesterday, but it's very rare.
Like, I feel like I've gotten more exotics than I have exotic mods. Like,
yeah, for
5%
real.
chance
Yeah.
is much
for
higher
real.
than that 14%.
So
I think the
like,
other issue I have with it is that they obviously didn't plan it very well, because there's some perks that you just can't get there. Like for example, I think it's the Del 3, the Void Pulse Rifle on Tan. The God Roll perk on the third slot, you can't get the bonus for it. The Exotic Scout Rifle ammo mod doesn't roll with that perk bonus. It's impossible to get.
Yeah.
Yep, I noticed that too. And I think that's partly because it's different from the beta. When we played the beta, the mod system was completely night and day from what it is now.
I'm gonna be honest, I preferred the beta system more for the mods.
I did too.
Yeah. But like right now, we're dealing with one. It's really difficult to actually get your hands on the mod, and once you actually get your hands on the mod, then it's like, okay, did I get the right? Like, let's say you got the right mod for the right slot. Did you get the right perk upgrade? And if you got the right perk upgrade, did you get the right damage
random
increase?
rolls?
Did you get the right rolls for it? Because like straight up, there are some weapons where if you didn't get the right thing, or if you got the wrong thing, it's back to the
That's the thing. I feel like even without like for both this and like artifacts and artifact refactoring, I feel like even without like with unlimited pinnacle energy, unlimited resources, it would still take an insane amount of time to like farm perfect rolls. So it's like
it's RNG on top of RNG.
Yeah. And frankly, like, I feel like if we could just grind this stuff, it wouldn't be nearly as much of a problem.
I'll tell you what they need to do, and somebody mentioned this in that Reddit post that I made. They need to take the exotic mods, put them on front lines as a 3% drop on basic rewards, and call it a day. Do it the same way they do the exotic artifacts in Chaos. Period.
Yeah, but then I'd have to play front lines all day.
Yeah, but you know
one
what?
exotic from front lines, so they exist.
Well, yeah, I got 2 exotics from a single chest opening. It happened on stream, and everybody was upset about it.
You gotta just use that fish buff.
Yeah, you.
Oh yeah, the fish buff. Oh yeah, of course.
If you know, you know.
Yep. So, and you know, after that, I had written decals, and can I just say, like, I love the decal. Well, I love the decal system. A lot of the decals look bad, but there are a few decals that look really good, especially with the glows active.
I've seen a few people have them on with them actually look half decent, but I would say that's like 5% of the time. The other 95% of the time I see someone using a decal, I'm like, you look like you just threw up on yourself.
Yeah. But so you have to, one, get the decal, obviously, and they're all single use, and it, like, if you remove it, it's gone forever. 2, you got to get the rare drop of the exotic decal upgrade. 3, you have to actually have the exotic decal upgrade, you know, actually work when you apply it to the decal. And 4, you have to actually get the decal color upgrade that you want, because it's a random chance.
Is it I know on the lower qualities it's like a 40% for it to succeed. Is that true for the higher rarities as well?
Yeah. So when you get all the way up to getting like the exotic glows on it, it's a 40% with like 40% chance, and it consumes the materials that you use if you don't hit it.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that percentage got worse as you went up the tiers, or if it stayed the same.
Yeah. So
I just gotta bring in shaders.
Honestly, let us put decals on weapons as well. Like, that'd be so cool.
I'm surprised they don't.
You know,
100%.
very tiny little thing there, and then obviously moving on to photons. I believe we already talked about photons and how bad that is.
Yeah, we already talked about
Yeah. So
those materials.
Next up on the topic list, I had the very small amount of content, and that includes the current weapons available for the units. So I feel like the amount of content that we have available right now would have been really good for a month. A month and a half?
Pushing it.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, I'm more than happy with the content we have. I think it's a good amount. There's tons of different activities to play.
Yeah.
The weapons are definitely a little bit lackluster, with each character only having really like 2 options to use.
If we had better like rewards, I feel like I'd be a bit more positive on the amount of content we have available. But you get to the point where you get to the
man.
point where you've gone through like your 1000th chaos run, and you're just like, man, I am so tired of this.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think with the state of the materials and the pinnacle energy and stuff like that, like the amount of content that's in the game would be good if we were able to grind the materials to boost our characters up to go for leaderboard runs, because I feel like that's the bread and butter, is the leaderboard runs, the calamity ops and stuff like that. But we don't have the resources to get these certain characters up there. You have to pick and choose.
And, you know, obviously beyond that, I had listed the amount of weapons that are available for units, because straight up, there are only like 1 to 2 weapon options, and oftentimes one of those 2 weapon options are just completely bad. And it's even worse when you've only got 1 weapon option on a character, and that weapon is bad.
Yeah, I think Atel only has 1 hit. There's only 1 mythic hand cannon, right?
Wei,
yeah, there's one.
Like Xuan Wei, Atal, just like straight up do not have good primaries. Wolf has like the biggest 5 out of 10 primary in the entire game.
Ikora.
Don't diss that GL, man. That GL puts in work. Okay.
I can't tell if he's serious.
The present fleet.
I am 100% serious, man.
To be fair, I recently ran a legendary campaign with like a 70k Ikora, and I was like, man, this actually slaps.
I'm going to assume you borrowed that 70k Ikora, right?
You got the fucking bonky mode showing up in chat already.
All right. But yeah, like we just need more weapons for the characters in general, especially when they're
that's
locked.
An issue that's
like,
gonna go away as you know we get more updates. So it's a temporary issue.
Yeah, it's a temporary issue, but like when we have characters, it really sucks to just be like this long into a patch, and we just got like no weapons across any of the things.
I think what increased that issue as well is the fact that we know that there's weapons that they could have been putting in stuff and they didn't, like the raid weapons for Eclipse, the bad juju for the Morgan's Prey event.
I mean, and there's also just straight up a bunch of weapons there's straight up a bunch of weapons that are in promotional material that just aren't in the game. Like if you go to the claim menu right now, you will see Wolf holding an AR that has not appeared in either the alpha, beta, or launch of the game.
Yeah, where's all our guns?
The question though is that
rifle?
Is that an actual mock-up, or is that just art? Because the question is it an actual thing from the game, or is it just something drawn? It's a 3D render? Yeah. Interesting.
And yeah, time loss, we did talk about superposed photons. So I feel like we went through that, you know, decent pace. Talk about the amount of content weapons available. I mean, it's a very self-evident issue.
Yeah. Can we talk about, just to insert a little bit, can we talk about the new character? Do we think that'll bring, is that just a nice to have, or is that going to bring any more energy to the game?
I'm going to be completely honest. I feel like this character is going to be the biggest flop ever.
Do you really? Like from a damage or just from an overall acceptance?
From an overall acceptance, because this is a game with Ning Fei in it. And we saw that trailer. She had 0 movement abilities. She is Arc Estella. She will move like a brick. And it doesn't matter if like she hits like a brick, because like that's gonna be doubling up on arc stuff. Like you'd probably just be better off running 2 Ning Feis, like a Tantu or an Umeko in the upcoming Calamity Ops. I mean, she's probably gonna be good in her own expanse. If
I don't understand why they did 2 summoners back to back.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And the other thing is that she is using very, very uncommon weapon types for like meta units.
For sure.
I mean, for one, like brand new weapon type bow. So nobody's going to have any bows, and very few people are going to be having, well, I say very few people, but there aren't going to be as many precision mods rolling around in people's inventories.
Yep.
So it's going to be a huge investment to build her up, especially when there are other characters who will probably be able to deal with piercing Shinkas. She's going to have to do some like really, really crazy stuff, because if all she does is like buff damage or like have crazy good clear and buff damage, like people aren't really gonna need that, especially if you have to either like relent on being able to break more elemental shields or relent on being able to like run two Ningfeis. Because like right now in the current Calamity Ops, people aren't even running a Stella anymore. They're running two Ningfeis and a Yolder or a Gwyn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So we're both good in D2. Like, is that going to be part of the issue at all? Do you think?
I mean,
they were never really that great.
I think they were more fun than great.
Yeah, well,
there's been a few great ones like Limonarch and a few others, but
Trinity Ghoul, which is coming to this game.
Yeah, but to be fair, like every character can do chain lightning, so it's like, what really is Trinity Ghoul bringing to the table here?
Exactly. Like Trinity Ghoul was great before we had like every single character and ability being able to clear an entire room of red bars.
Right, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we already have similar stuff like that in Destiny Rising. I mean, Ningfei is literally just risk running the character.
He really is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, that's the problem I have is I want to run Calamity Ops with Ningfei, but I don't have there's not enough energy and mats to get him up there to power.
I mean, I feel like we can just like go to this topic because I mean we're already talking about like quote the Ningfei agenda and future metas of this game. Like, frankly, I don't really see how they can move on going forward with like the current endgame setup. Because it's literally just going to be like Ningfei and whatever character fills the other side of what's needed in the Calamity Ops.
I agree with that.
Someone's saying they have footage of a waveframe grenade launcher with Ikora.
Oh yeah, that's from the beta. It was usable it was usable in a what's it called?
I don't remember that from the beta.
It was usable in a character trial.
Oh, interesting.
It was either the character trial or the tutorial. It was a waveframe grenade launcher, and I believe we also like saw some knowledge about the Foundry, and that's some spoiler stuff. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I think a waveframe for Ikora would be weird, especially if you have to deal with flying enemies.
Well, actually, the waveframes in this game, they will have like impact detonation.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
From what I've seen, every grenade launcher has impact detonation built in.
Ooh, I like that.
So like even if it's like a wave or something like that, it'll still, if you hit them directly, it's still gonna blow.
Yeah.
So
But the main problem is one, it's like currently it's a gacha, so they can't nerf Ningfei. But the other issue is that even if they could nerf Ningfei, if they did nerf Ningfei or they nerfed his weapon, that is going to cause such an uproar, especially right now, because everybody knows how good he is. And I'm frankly convinced that everybody who has Ningfei, unless they absolutely hate him, is probably building their Ningfei right now as we speak.
Oh, totally.
And what
I'm
did I
literally
say
doing it
during
right
the
now.
beta, Phi? I said, one day people will understand the Ningfei supremacy.
I think the
Oh,
bigger
man.
issue is that every single activity for endgame materials is built around speedrunning. There's no survivability
there's no endurance
activities.
content in this game.
So
Cries
all
and
of
Yoder.
the movement characters have a huge advantage at the moment. There's nothing to say like an activity where Tan2 would be amazing because he has it would allow him to survive longer than any other character. Or like a Yolder with her insane defense or healing. It's basically just like go fast or don't get anything.
Yeah, I mean, like, even in the current expanse, the current solar expanse, which is heavily shielded towards Estella, they've got ability cards, they've got, like, freaking multiple spots where you can you're literally just standing still on a plate or defending an area, like, you're not doing any movement whatsoever, and Ningfeis are still gapping her by, like, an entire minute or more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm literally doing it right now, too.
Yeah.
On Ningfei.
I mean, even in the Void Expanse, like,
This
there's
man.
a Ningfei topping the leaderboard in the Void Expanse right now.
Yeah, I think that's Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
frankly-
insane.
Yeah, frankly, I don't really see a way that they can continue on with the current model of the endgame without, either, doing something that's going to, like, really piss people off, which is either, like, nerfing a character or a weapon, or, like severely power creeping.
Agreed.
And
I think
both those things would immediately kill the game, like straight up. Like
I think their other main option is just adding in other end game activity
obviously,
requirements besides speed running.
I mean, that's what happened in Wuthering Waves. They had primary content, which was essentially just like how fast can you clear the boss, and there were a bunch of characters where AoE was a large part of their strength. So what they wound up doing is they wound up creating a separate endgame, which was more focused on AoE content and how much damage that you can deal to a group of enemies, like waves of enemies, actually.
Oh, thank God Ningfei's not good at that.
Well, I'm saying specifically, like, that's what happened in Wuthering Waves. And there's some characters that were, like, really, really good at AoE, but not so good against bosses, and they wound up, like, rising all the way up to the top for that specific game mode. So,
and
like,
looter shooter players love their horde modes. Like,
oh, yeah.
Oh, yep. They love them.
Yo, I would love a horde mode.
Yep. Like, if we get a piece of content where it's literally just progressive waves forever, and, like, the goal is to get as many waves cleared as possible, and the enemies are always increasing in difficulty, like, they're dealing more damage, they're more aggressive, like, they get extra modifiers on them.
To be fair, we've already seen that and how that changed the leaderboard. Kind of. We had Morgan's Hunt, and the top leaderboard team was
Estella.
3 Estellas. So like it does change things up. God, I love that event. I didn't love the rewards, but I love the event.
Yeah. Well,
I think the rewards were good for the first 15 chests, and then it just falls off too hard.
Maybe I just got unlucky because I didn't get shit.
Oh, really?
I mean, that
guaranteed
ties
one
into
exotic.
that ties into another topic that I had, which, skipping back a little bit, talking about the terrible event rewards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think like Morgan's was close.
Yeah,
but...
Morgan's was the closest we got to good event rewards.
It was a step in the right direction.
Yeah, it was a step in the right direction, and then immediately after, we get 12 artifactual essences, and essentially 2 basic...
10,000 glimmer.
Yeah,
I cannot
like
believe
2
those
basic
actually
claims
were-
from Morgan's Prey.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even a significant amount of glimmer that would be like, okay, you know what, like, it's a free material, but they're giving people so much of it that, it's gonna make it so they don't have to worry about grinding it. It's 10k! That's 2 basic claims in Morgan's... It's less than 2 basic claims in Morgan's Prey, right? Because 2 basic claims in Morgan's Prey gives you 13k! Like, we got freaking, like, essentially, like, 20 pinnacle energy, because, like, if you spend the same amount of pinnacle energy that would take to get the artifactual essences in Chaos, you'd be getting, like, high stat attribute exotics, and you'd also be getting elemental fruits. So you essentially get, like, 20 pinnacle energy and, like, 10 minutes of basic claims.
Yeah, this event really showed, like,
to be
how
fair,
much they improved. The improvements have to be in the events.
I believe there's supposed to be an exotic sparrow in that shop.
Yeah, there is
going to go
be...
in later.
Yeah, that's going to go in
later.
later.
Yeah, it goes in next week because there was some type of glitch with the way it was rendering or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, but even so, like, just... It's like one reward for an entire event slot, because it'd be different if this was like an event that was running alongside like a bigger event, like this was a side event. But no, this is the primary content that was being released for this final week of season 1.
Not even final, it's the last 2 weeks. This event runs 2 weeks as well, right?
Well, yeah, or final week of Act 1. But
yeah,
like 2 weeks, and the rewards are like that. And not only that, and exactly the same as it comes to, like, the previous, like, leaderboard events, all of the cosmetic rewards outside of this, like, animated emblem that we've received for, like, leaderboard achievements, they are all temporary. They will go away. You will not be able to keep these. The chat frame, the Morgan's Prey chat frame, like, probably, like, who cares about this? Like, who's gonna be, I don't know, like... freaking 2 months later into the game being like, oh man, the Morgan's Prey chat frame is so cool. Like, I am so sad I missed out on that. But, like, nobody even has the opportunity to do that because it's like, oh, well, I mean, I had the Morgan's Prey chat frame, or the Morgan's Hunt chat frame, and, 2 weeks later it's gone. Like, it's basically the opposite of... It's literally the opposite of FOMO. It's, like...
Yeah.
which is so stupid to me, is like, okay, yeah, I can grind for this reward, but it's gonna be taken away from me. And even like the freaking Founders bundle, like that chat.
The Founders one was the one I had the biggest issue with, because
Yeah,
I can
like,
understand if they had the Morgans one like last until the next time the Morgans event came around. But just like getting rid of the Founders one, unless they're planning to add a Founders one back again next month, like it's weird.
Let me comment on this actually, because this is a little bit of an interesting thing. I'm continually getting notifications on the Founders.
Oh yeah.
And if you look at it, it says
yeah.
Act 1. So there is going to be an Act 2 Founders bundle, which is why they take it from you. But still, you paid for it.
Yeah.
It should not be removed. Number one. Number two, they're removing these ones like Morgrans from our inventory because they intend to reintroduce the event. When really all they had to do was just introduce gilding.
Yeah.
Just make it where it gets a gold banner or something. That's all you have to do.
And they have the gilding system already in the game for the seals. So it's like...
Yeah. But I think what the most egregious one is the, like, Eclipse leaderboard. Like, the fact that you grinded for that position, and, like, obviously the only people who are going to care that much about the title are going to be, like, the top 10 or the top 20. Because, like,
so is that top 100 number going away eventually?
Yep, it's going to be going away.
People's name? Yeah, I could have swore I read that, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, like, the top 30 basically got screwballed out of their reward as well. Because the reward was that exotic ghost shell, and then the next day they were like, oh, so we're adding that into the loot pool.
Well, we already knew that the exotic ghost shell would be added to the loot pool. That was, like... We knew about that before the event even went live.
It's still like, I don't know.
It's like really funny. Like all those people go through like top 20 or top 30, did all that work for it, and I go and do a basic claim and I get it my first time going through a break-in.
To be fair, the top 30 got like 20,000 extra glimmer.
Oh, true.
That's crazy.
That's double what the Sparrow event is giving us.
Yep. Also talking about like Spare event, the fact that we don't even get a pull, like not even a single standard pull from the
They're
Spare
being
event.
very stingy on pulls.
Absolutely,
it's because the gacha system's so generous. They're being like that too.
Exactly. That's why basically every single gacha creator who will say like, oh wow, yeah, I mean like they got rid of the 50-50, or like, and this is when it comes to gacha games in general, not specifically Destiny Rising. But when they talk about, like, gacha systems, they always warn players whenever they see something like, oh, they got rid of 50-50, or they've got a very low pity. Because every single time, like, something like that happens, it doesn't really matter how many pulls it takes, or how low the rates are, or how high the rates are, if you get enough pulls regardless. Because, like, when it comes to freaking Wuthering Waves, you get, like, 100 pulls or so per patch. And... that's pretty much, or like some people even get more pulls per patch. It varies, obviously, but most people don't have issues like getting a limited 5-star every single update, regardless.
It might not be the limited 5-star you want. Well, hold on, limited is the key there. I have lost every pity I've ever done in Lua, so except for one, except for Yuno's the only one I haven't lost. I just won her the other day, so that's it.
This rolls back to like the whole marketing towards Destiny players instead of gacha players. When you have someone who like me who comes in who's barely touched gachas before, I played like Genshin for maybe a week when it came out. Like this system is fucking disgusting to me. Like, and especially like it's not as noticeable on my main account because I'm going to be fair, like I whaled all the journey bundles. But when I started my free-to-play account, I still haven't pulled. I've been playing it for like probably over like I don't know, 3 weeks at this point, and I haven't pulled a 5-star yet. I haven't pulled from the, like I haven't gotten a single 5-star from the event banner.
Well, yeah, Joe, I've been free-to-play since the beginning, and I still haven't even hit my 180.
Yeah, I haven't even hit my 60. So like it's not good. It's not a good spot for free-to-play players, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. One of my friends, Ryan, was put together all of the Lumia sources from like everything on like a low spender perspective for like 60 pulls for a T0, okay? And including the Tree of Light's Blessing, which adds, I think, like 15 pulls a month. you were still only getting like 51 pulls, including the Tree of Light's Blessing. So a free-to-play player is getting like 35 pulls a month. Like sans events, like minus events, but even so, like we can't even really like take events into account, considering the fact that like the 3 events that we've gotten so far, only one of them actually gave Lumia leaves. It was only 300 Lumia leaves.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fact that the Tree of Blessing also doesn't even give a pull a day is it's something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least like
if
give us
Pokemon can let me open a
banner.
pack of cards every day, I think this game can let me get a draw every day.
That's a good comparison. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one draw a day is not going to hurt anybody.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it's still 2 months to
I
fucking
will
guaranteed,
say, like,
but
compared to other gacha games that I've played, the polling system is actually decent. It's pretty good, actually. And
that's the thing. When
I've mentioned this before. Like, the polling system in Destiny Rising is actually pretty good for like a low spender.
Mm-hmm.
However, that also kind of just ignores like all the other stuff like over here when it comes to like the gearing system in this game, and how if you're not like spending money on your keys and if you're not spending money on your pinnacle energy, then you're in like really, really tough spot.
Yep.
Yeah, free like keys are just nasty on free to play. I can't imagine trying to grab exotics on free to play.
I mean, like, there are some people, like, I had somebody in my chat the other day say they spent like 7 keys and have gotten 0 exotic mods.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, next up, we've got, like, can this game even continue as a gacha? And this was, like, directly after the future of the game metas. So, you know, like, touching back on how it is right now with, like, Ningfei and other units who can frankly just, like, clear or are like, just that top of the line of meta. Like, could they even go forward in this game, like, in a sense where they can actually be selling units as a gacha game with characters like Ningfei? Because I said already, like, they can't nerf him because that would, like, kill the game, and they can't power creep him immediately because that would also ruin the game and like, make everybody quit.
So, let me ask what you mean. When you say, can this game continue as a gacha, do you mean exclusively as a gacha, or do you mean can we improve the system but still keep some gacha elements?
I mean, kind of.
Let me throw my proposition out and
Yeah.
see what you guys think. And I mentioned this in my videos a lot too, but here's my proposition. Every player logging in, you log in when the banner's live, you get a T0. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. But to get that T0, you got to complete the character quest. Now every player that plays this game is invested. They're going to log on every expansion. Period. We're going to give you 10,800 Lumia leaves per patch. And the way we're going to do that, because I actually discussed this with some of the viewers, the way we're going to do that is every time you cash Pinnacle Energy, you're going to get Lumia leaves for the activities. As long as you're cashing yellow Pinnacle Energy, you're going to get Lumia leaves that match the energy you burned. That gives you the potential to earn 120 per day, just on energy alone. So there's that. So basically, you can get a T1 and you'll get the T0 for every character for free. Move the cosmetics onto the banners. So instead of just having cash shop cosmetics, put old banner cosmetics into the cash shop, and any new cosmetics, put them in there for draws. And keep the overflow, the talent tree stuff into the overflow crystals in the banner. So if whales want to come in and go to T6, they still got to draw to do it. The gacha's still there. It's still functional. But people who just want a T0 can log in and they'll have their hero and there's no problems with it. That's just my thoughts on it.
Not bad. I feel like moving the cosmetics might be a little bit too, like, because they still need to make money, and cosmetics are a huge revenue source for them.
Yeah.
I feel like putting cosmetics into the banner, and I feel like I'm more than happy with cosmetics being the store. Obviously not to an egregious amount. Like it's still a looter shooter. I'm going to want to be able to loot some sort of cosmetics, but feel like some stuff needs to stay in the store.
I feel like the cosmetic plus pay to progress route is going to be the best thing going forward. And yeah, like they can keep the gacha system, they just need to make it able to grind for characters.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's hard, and like there's definitely a market for it because I've seen it in the community and I've seen it in chat. Mm-hmm. There's not a market for like this new character coming out, but there's plenty of people who are like, yo, you drop Osiris, you drop Fellwinter, I'm spending my fucking bank account getting that man. Like I feel like that's gonna be, and they're obviously holding off on those things because they know that's what's going to make them the money, is like those big legendary characters from Destiny lore. But again, if you want to be able to make that money, you have to have the Destiny players that care about those characters. If you start marketing the gacha too hard, then you're gonna pull in a bunch of people who don't know Destiny lore and don't care about the Destiny characters.
So who's Fellwinter?
And there we go. We got ourselves a gacha man.
All right.
He's the hologram on the new character's arm.
I got that.
Somebody says, isn't CCC, or Brandon Ray 22 says, isn't CCC having a problem right now with Hoyo trying to force people to go for the new units dropping? Wouldn't that happen to us as well?
I'm not too into caught up with the CCC stuff. Anybody else keep up?
I mean, like, frankly, when it comes to like just pull the new unit for like the new content, that's just gacha in general. Like every single gacha does that. And it really just depends on like how much of a degree it is. Like, from what I've heard in ZZZ, it's kind of like, okay, you pull the new unit and like it's free. And if you don't pull the new unit, then it's like, I don't know, taking a 56k Phenol through the Expanse right now.
No, that's something that's gonna happen with every gacha. It just kind of depends how bad the power creep actually is.
Yeah.
Like if we're going from being able to clear the Expanse easily to not being able to clear it at all in like one patch, that would be a big issue.
Yep.
Right. But if it happens in like a year, then probably people won't complain too much.
Yep. Well, I feel like we've kind of done the rest on this topic. So next up, I had challenging activities aren't more rewarding than mindless ones.
I blew my mind. The second I saw Grandmaster come out and I saw it have the exact same loot pool as Master and Strikes outside of key drops, I was like, what? Like, why would I play this activity once I'm out of keys? Like, what's the point of this activity besides the keys? The answer is nothing. There's no point of it outside of the keys.
The worst aspect to me of this is the fact that Iron Commander will actually give you more rewards than spending your Pinnacle Energy on a Grandmaster Strike or even a Calamity Ops.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yep. So
especially
you get
because
more
they're requiring
rewards.
probably triple your time investment.
Yeah, you're getting more rewards for not playing the game than you are by playing the game.
Right.
At least when it comes to the difficult contents, like the Grandmaster Strikes.
I don't understand who greenlit this on the back end. Because I feel like, and maybe it's a failure to translate between language barriers. I don't know. But when we told them we wanted more difficult activities, we didn't mean for the same rewards. And I guess they didn't comprehend that. Like I said, I don't know if it's a language, like it could very well be a language barrier, to be honest. They might have just seen, oh, they want it to be more hard and not even thought, well, if it's going to be harder, we should give them more. But I mean, I feel like it's common sense. So I don't know who greenlit this. I assume it's the same person greenlighting the events that they've been throwing out and the rewards for those. But, you know, I just, that is one of the most frustrating things to me, is just how unrewarding the high-end in-game is. Because, like, for someone like me, I'm not worried about crushing leaderboards necessarily, but I am worried about crushing content. I liked doing GMs in D2, and I like doing hard mode raids in D2. So for me, it's a lot more of a situation where I just really want to really want to focus on that.
That's the thing, though, that you have to think about it too. Is like, what was the enjoyment from crushing GMs? Like, was it the exclusive loot pool from GMs? Did you enjoy that GMs had its own special loot pool of adept weapons and nightfall weapons? Yeah, exactly.
I loved popping into a GM, spending like 40 minutes on that strike, and coming out with 2 golf balls and an adept.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like we need some sort of incentive. Like either whether it's a different weapon. I'm not saying bring adept weapons into this game, God forbid, but especially with especially with the materials right now, I do not want to throw materials.
Adepts. Like,
it'd be nice.
Fix the material system. I would love adepts.
Yeah, same. The main issue right now is the materials. I don't want adepts if the materials are staying the same. But just some sort of maybe different weapons, better weapons.
Harold says Calamity Ops is pretty rewarding. Grandmasters are pretty rewarding on the first clear. Once you run out of that keys or once you get that ranking Calamity Ops, then you are just waiting for the reset. Because spending your pinnacle energy in Grandmasters or Master Strikes is the exact same spending it in a Heroic Strike, which is less than what you'd get for AFKing in Iron Commander.
Speaking of which, why do rank rewards not reset?
They do reset. The rank up rewards reset on a seasonal basis.
Oh my gosh, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah. Yep. On a seasonal basis, not an axe basis.
I have a question for those of us who were in the beta, because I could have swore I remember this from beta. Ranking up Calamity Ops was not as fucking atrocious as it is right now, as it was in the beta, correct? Because I remember it was much easier to get up to max rank in the beta.
Correct, but it may also be because of the higher competition now.
That's the thing. Does the competition even matter outside of the last 2 or 3 tiers? Like up to Expert 2, it's literally just a score threshold, isn't it?
Well, if you're at rank 200 on Expert 1 or on Expert 2, and somebody comes in and beats your score, I think wouldn't you get put into the relegation zone for Expert 2? If I'm not mistaken, that's how it works, right?
There's not a good enough explanation in game on how it works. Whether other people's scores matter. I just assumed it was for Expert 2, this is the score threshold, and this is what you need to hit to get promoted to the next zone. And I'm talking about the top score, not getting into the promotion zone specifically, just hitting that top score. I found in the beta, hitting that top score to get to the next zone was, as long as you were at power level and had matching Sheikah and element types, it was basically a breeze. And it was once you hit that end zone where leaderboards started mattering that things actually got difficult.
Nice.
Well, we do have an overseer in here, so I would love to hear your take on it, Fi.
Yeah, so one, I just want to say I enjoy how difficult it is. I enjoy the difficulty. I enjoy how optimized I need to make my runs and how sweaty I need to be. Okay, the difficulty is not negative to me, it is a positive. I do not enjoy the fact that casual players are straight up just locked out of a significant portion of their necessary character upgrade materials because they are not able to perform at a level that somebody like me or other dedicated players can.
That's what I'm trying to get at here. You obviously had a set team when you went through to get your overseer, but imagine most of the casual player base who are just matchmaking into this activity.
Yep,
who can't even we're not even talking about overseer level quality. Mm-hmm. We're having people in matchmaking who can't even make it out of can't even make it to fucking Expert 1 because the score thresholds are just insane.
Mm-hmm. I just got an Expert 1 today. I can relate.
I feel like your casual player base matchmaking should be able to make it up to the point where leaderboards start mattering, and then that's when the challenge should start happening, because then you're actually fighting with other people to get to the top 100, top 1000, whatever, to get those final rewards.
Because when it comes to those score thresholds, if you're meeting those score thresholds, you're probably a top 100 player already.
Mm-hmm.
Or close to it.
Oh, 100%. And especially with the way it feels right now, it feels like if you don't got Ning Fei, you're not hitting Expert 1. If there's not a fucking 70k Ning Fei, the activity will ask for 64k, but if you don't have a 70k Ning Fei and Gwyn on your team, you're still not making that threshold.
Oh, you could probably do it with Wolf instead of Gwen.
Fair.
I say probably because I did it.
The top 1%.
Okay, but Wolf has a really, I was going to say, Wolf has a really high skill ceiling too, though.
Yes.
Like,
That's
if
accurate.
you're going to run him, you gotta be on it.
Yeah, that's
And-
always what I say whenever I talk about Wolf.
Number 1 Wolf right here.
Yeah.
Period.
So, and beyond that, the next topic I had was terrible rewards for milestones, like Acclaim giving Bright Dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, I
a
can-
point where you don't even should level up a claim anymore. I guess there's not really
Yeah.
a need to, unless we really want to see the number go up higher.
I think my favorite one is the end of shifting gates. Like hitting max shifting gates. Like here's one draw.
Yeah, they gotta at least throw some draws in there or something for the acclaim stuff.
Especially like a lot of them are. I find a lot of it is it's like low bright dust, and then it's some of those like it's just like the pigment stuff that I find most of the communities doesn't give a shit about.
Yeah, no, when you guys were talking about decals, I haven't interacted with the system. I don't know, like once.
Same.
I used it once and I was like,
Yeah.
So like seeing that as a reward consistent is like great. More things I'll probably never touch. Like it'd be nice even like not even like at like the major stuff like maybe at like 40, 50 like give us like Lumina leaves or pulls, but like the in between like just give us some mythic resources, like give us something
Yeah.
that can actually help.
I
Our
feel like you
progression.
should at the very least be able to grind your characters up to about like 90% completion.
That's fair.
Like someone was saying in chat before, like what are we considering like a max character, and like obviously like 60, I think it's 65 for Grandmaster. I feel like
Well-
max you're around 70k. Like,
yeah. Like
70
max
around 70.
characters should be like 72k minimum, because that's
I
like
would say
the-
70k
that-
minimum.
That's the power threshold you need to hit for Master Calamity Ops. Like
It's
that.
72. Okay.
Well, it's like 71.4k. But
Yeah.
yeah, so essentially what that means is you need like close to base 200 artifacts. You need like you could probably skimp out a little bit on the artifact gilding. You need fully leveled up exotic mods on your mythic with double mythic perks, and you also need a fully leveled up or like basically everything except for the last upgrade, like 3 catalysts. What is it like? They're 7 upgrades. Yeah, 7 upgrades. So like 6 upgrades. And
Like my Tan2 is at close to 73 right now, and he's got max exotic, double mythics, exotic mods that match my perks. I've maxed my gilding, and then my artifacts are around like 27, 28.
Yeah, so it's a very, very tight threshold, especially because, like, even with the theoretical maximum power I already talked about before, how it's, like, literally, well, I say literally impossible, but it's, like, completely unreasonable to get 220 artifacts. Like, so you basically just have to hit, like, that 200 or, like, slightly above 200, and you just have to deal with that. Because otherwise you're literally going to be spending a month of pinnacle energy on a single exotic artifact.
Yeah. That brings us back to
Yeah, brings us back to
RNG on exotic mods.
Yeah, brings us back to like the reward system in general. So, obviously, you know that the final thing related to Destiny Rising that we haven't like done dedicated topic session on was the small amount of communication, and I know we talked about it like slightly, but I feel like it needs some reiteration that we just have no confidence or nothing to like inspire confidence going forward, because the only thing that we've gotten like related to a roadmap or like a design for this game is the fact that they told us that every single month we're going to be getting a game update, like, and there's going to be like a season launch, then an Act 2 launch, and then the next season, and then the next Act 2, so on and so forth. Okay? And the first thing that they told us on that live stream, the quote game content update that they were giving us, was the season 1 update. All right. And what we got on that season 1 launch was Estella, Umeko, their character quests, and that was it.
Isn't that somewhat relatable to like from what I've heard from other gachas, like their 1.1s are usually like a character and a character quest and nothing else too amazing?
No, not really. Like oftentimes, oftentimes when it comes to like gachas, I know especially for like Wuthering Waves, we had a full main story update. We had like obviously both the characters, and Destiny Rising is probably just operating like Act 1 is kind of like the first half of the patch, and Act 2 is like the second half of the patch. But that's like a really, really long patch cycle. Like most gachas usually only run like a 6 to 7 week patch cycle.
Yeah.
But, so, obviously adding another month on top of that. But we got no new regions, no new like main story updates. We got like a couple character quests, which I will say I am very much enjoying the character quests. However,
yes,
I'm enjoying them because I'm somebody who likes story. However, when it comes to the Destiny player base, story is very much not the focus for like most people playing.
I was saying I never touched them.
Mm-hmm.
I
know
feel
a
like
lot of people who just skip every single cutscene.
Yep.
I feel like they also might have a little bit of a benefit here coming from the Destiny player base, because a lot like even hearing like expecting a new destination on like 1.1 updates and stuff is kind of crazy to me, because coming from a Destiny player who's used to not seeing anything for fucking a whole year when it comes to new content.
So my impression of Destiny Rising is that it was going to launch a bit lighter on the content, and then we'd be getting like constant updates, because any kind of like this is a brand new game, so we don't have like anything previously like when we're talking about like a Destiny expansion.
Yeah.
So like Destiny 1, Destiny 2 launched with like 4 destinations. Essentially like full campaigns for each destination and like the overarching campaign. All right. We had obviously like the hundreds of different weapons, a ton of different strikes to play with. Okay, a Destiny Rising launched with essentially 1.5 destinations, because we don't even have like the entirety of Red Sea Rift. We had both the campaigns, and Jiangxi Metro, that one is still very, very poor quality.
Is there going to be more of Red Sea Rift? Because I remember the Triumph State.
There's going to be more of Red Sea Rift, like at least story-wise. Like we're not done in Red Sea Rift, and frankly, I was expecting them to do that in the Season 1 patch, or like the going from season
I was definitely expecting a little bit. Like, I mean, it gives us a little bit of a advantage, or I don't even want to say advantage, but the people who played beta had basically already experienced the entire story.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of expecting, since that, I think it was 4 months ago that we played beta, that there might have been like a little bit more tacked on to the end or something else.
Yeah, but there's just nothing.
Like, because I remember in the beta, the Triumph for completing Red Sea Rift said like 2 out of 3 zones. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe in the full game we'll get another zone for Red Sea Rift, but we obviously haven't seen anything yet.
And obviously going forward, like I was just straight up expecting there to be a little bit more, but like comparing the content that was available in the beta and comparing the content that's like currently in the game right now, the only extra stuff that we have received was the Eclipse event, which I will say it was really, really good.
Yes.
But it's an event and it's gone now. Morgan's Hunt, which was fun for the first 3 clears. The Sparrow Racing event, which isn't even like a new content or mode upgrade. Like it's literally just Sparrow Racing with like 1 extra modifier on the same 2 tracks that we've been racing. And talk about Sparrow Racing. It is 1 new track in Sparrow Racing. So outside of the events, the only like new piece of content that we've received going from beta to launch, at least like game content, like stuff to do in the game, not like system changes, was that 1 singular Sparrow Racing track. And when it comes to like systems, obviously we had the artifact rework, which I will say I very much prefer the new artifact system to the old one. The old one was terrible. It was.
I think pretty much everyone agrees on that aspect.
The mod system, it's kind of like.
To be fair, I think we also got some character quests that weren't in the beta.
Oh yeah, we also got some more character quests, but those are again just kind of like one and done deals. It's not something like a strike where you can play over and over again.
Yeah.
Like you play through that character story mission, and again, like a whole bunch of people, character story missions might as well not exist.
Yep. Yeah, it would have been nice to see at least maybe a couple more strikes since release. Or even just like again, I'm coming from a Destiny player who's not expecting to see a strike ever again. But
I'm saying when it comes to that roadmap that they showed us, like that season 1 update was supposed to be one of those like major content updates that they advertised, and we didn't get like hardly anything for that, and that's making me thinking like, okay, if this is season 1, what's Act 2 gonna be like? Because Act 2 is a very much smaller scope because it's meant to be like a mid-season update.
Yeah, I'm not expecting Act 2 to be anything.
Yeah.
Frankly, I don't expect us to be like.
Here's a new battle pass that you need to buy. Here's one new exotic and one new character.
Frankly, that's kind of like what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to be Hell has character quest. I don't think that we're getting a 4-star personally.
I think Rossi's a 4.
I don't think that they're going to release an Arc 4-star alongside an Arc 5-star.
I feel like we're already at that point. Did they advertise Umeko before the release?
Yes.
I feel like we're at that point where they would have advertised it by now.
Yeah. And
what do we think the exotic's going to be in the battle pass? Is it the bow?
I think
it's probably. I'm just going to say, if it's Trinity Ghoul, I am crashing out. Okay, I've said this multiple times. Dude, the battle pass weapon costs $35 to max it out.
That's a good
$35 minimum.
Yep.
Okay, because it costs like 5. Well, you can get the first copy for free, but first copy means literally nothing because you need a maxed out exotic to like really use it in endgame. So to get the second copy, you need to purchase the $5 battle pass, but that's for one other copy. You still need 2 more. Okay, getting the $5 upgrade, so the $10 battle pass, that would be 1 more copy, and for the final copy, you need 150,000 black market tokens.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Which is $25 converting from silver.
I mean, yeah, there's ways in game to get black market coins to like bring it down a bit, but that means you're spending all your black market coins on it.
Well, yeah, and then like good luck leveling up the exotic because you have no photons.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, you would have to plan ahead for that. Like there's no way to get around for spending the black market coins because you only get like 2K or 20K black market coins. I think a week. You get 20K a week, so you'd be short 70K black market coins even if you're spending all of them on like as like a low spender or free to play. And like if you're a low spender, you've got battle pass, like the $10 battle pass plus the monthly card. Like that monthly card, you're getting maybe around like 40 to 60K tokens. So you'd be able to just potentially just barely be able to purchase all 3 copies as somebody with the monthly pass and somebody with the $10 battle pass. So that's already $15 bare minimum across an entire month, and you're getting 0 photons.
I feel like my 2 major issues are the rewards from the battle pass are very lackluster.
Oh, absolutely. You don't even get pinnacle energy rewards until like level 35 and beyond. You get like prisms, glimmer, like purple and blue sheaths. It's so useless.
Oh yeah. And the other thing is that we just
on the post 50.
Yeah. But the other issue is that we just haven't received any communication, and I'm not surprised because they want people to spend money on what happens to these exotic weapons after the pass is gone. And, like, is it going to be added to the pool? Are you going to be able? Is it just going to stay in the shop, and you'll be able to add, like, spend future battle pass resources on previous weapons, or is it just gone?
Exactly
like,
yeah,
I my theory on it is they're going to put it into the black market. It's or not the black market, but they're going to put it in the battle pass shop. It's already technically there, so
and just leave it in there, and then you'll be able to buy old exotic weapons with future battle pass currency.
Yep, they'll
That's
just
the big
increase
problem.
like the number of like right now you've got what is it? One at 60 and one at 40. They'll just make it two at 60 and one at 40. That's what they'll do.
Yeah.
And then
So they'll increase the number of copies you can buy, basically.
And then the problem is, you know, you'll use your resources to get that last copy you need, and guess what? Now you don't have the 3 copies for the new exotic for the new season.
Exactly. And like, I frankly don't feel that like reissued Destiny 2 weapons should ever be considered premium content. Like, period. Like, even if it was, you could get all copies in the $5 battle pass, that is the featured premium weapon. I want something new. Okay? I don't want to be paying for an old weapon that I already have in Destiny 2.
Right.
That I've already played with to death in Destiny 2.
I feel
That
like
would be the most Destiny thing that they add to the game, though. That would be in the spirit of Destiny, paying for the exotic again.
I feel like there's definitely a crowd out there who would see it the other way around, where they would get super fucking hyped if they saw like a Galahorn in the pass or something, you know.
Well,
but like even then, I agree
is
with you.
that
I feel like
I
new
wanna-
stuff
Not
should
right
be
now.
in the battle
Rockets
pass.
hit like a wet noodle.
The thing is, when it comes to reissued stuff, I want to be able to earn it.
Yeah,
Like bad juju.
Like
during
weapons
the
in general, I want to be able to earn it. Like, I don't want to have to pay $35 to get freaking Trinity Ghoul.
Right.
And like pay $35 plus whatever else it takes to get the photons and the cores.
yeah.
Like this game
100%.
already costs so much outside of that. It's frankly, I just find it kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like it's even worse too for people who are strictly coming from Destiny and who haven't played gacha games and haven't seen what those systems are like. It's definitely gives it a different perspective on like, oh, okay, so I was paying, you know, $130 for a year's worth of Destiny content and getting tons of cool shit, and here you're expecting me to pay $140 plus to max out one character.
Yeah.
A month.
Yeah, and beyond all of that, like, what happens if there's like a new exotic, if there's like a new weapon, and there's no new content to test it on?
Yeah.
Because, like, if there's no new strike, no new gauntlet blitz, no new, like, region or, like, difficult boss or something, like, obviously there's going to be more events. We already know that there's going to be more events, but events are just... They're temporary.
Filler.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
filler.
Filler
They're
episode.
the in-between.
Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, there's some really, really good events, but like if you want to have like content that's built to last, like frankly, I feel like Eclipse, if they just like kept it in as a hard mode with like increased rewards, that it would have been really, really good.
It's still in the game right now.
No,
isn't it?
it's
You can
not.
still play Eclipse.
No,
It's
it's
gone
not.
now.
No, it's gone.
No, it's
Okay.
gone.
Eclipse
It's
is
gone.
gone. They,
When did
it's
it leave? Because I
when
thought
the-
it was
when
still
the
there
event
last time I
ended.
checked.
The event.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when the event ended,
they
it's
left.
gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. When did the event
Oh,
end?
like Sunday? Sunday, I think, was the last day me and Misery and Unknown were doing those carries.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's what we'll call that, bro.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah. And like that's such a big disappointment because that was like probably one of the best experiences I had in Destiny Rising.
Yeah, that's crazy that
clearing
they would literally just
Mhm.
remove their hard mode raid.
Yeah, but also
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
it's the other question is like, does it have room to stay? Because nobody's gonna play it if it's not giving rewards.
I would play it for fun.
Well, I mean, obviously, like we would play it for fun, but the issue then comes down to like, what's the intrinsic desire to go through it apart from like, I want to go through it for a challenge. Like, even if it's something as little as like, oh, you need to do it for a seal or you need to do it for a triumph, like you do that once and it's, you know, it's over. Like, there's no adapt weapons, there's no real reason to go into it.
I feel like the same with Grandmaster.
Yeah.
I feel like they should make it so maybe there's just higher percentages on rewards or more rewards. Just something to make it worth playing over the regular one. Like, why would I spend, 20 to 30 minutes grinding out matchmaking to get a normal break-in run done when I can just do the regular break-in in like 2 minutes, in like 4 minutes or whatever,
Yeah.
and still have that same % chance to get an exotic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I feel like, yeah, I mean, like we were kind of like touching on a previous topic. We've kind of gone through pretty much everything, and obviously to summarize, there are a lot of issues with the game, a lot of like major issues that are leading to high player base like churn and drop off. And like we didn't even touch on the smaller things that would be like potential churn points, like glitches in the Triumph system making multiple seals completely unobtainable, and other stuff like just the terrible quality in the Jiangxi Metro storyline. Like, just frankly, I am still astounded at how that made it into the launch patch, that there's still freaking TikTok voices in Haven and in the storyline. Like,
well, we gotta support OpenAI.
but frankly, like, beyond that, like, beyond those smaller issues that, are still big issues in general that are causing like player-based churn, people to like not want to play the game, like just the simple fact that we are not allowed to like grind, and that there's no like real incentive to keep playing beyond spending your energy, because like progression is pretty much the only content we have right now. That's probably why we've been seeing so much player drop off, so much viewership drop off as well. And I think we can all agree that like moving forward, the best option would be to go to like primarily monetization through cosmetics, primarily, and with like some pay to progress elements as well, and just allowing players to grind out the game, and obviously with war game content being added.
They need to pivot the Duet Night Abyss way.
Well, that was something that I was gonna bring up. So, I'm not sure how many of you do you. So I know Oda and I are familiar with Duet Night Abyss. How many of you guys are familiar with it?
Nope. I'm a bit familiar with what they're doing with getting rid of their gacha system.
Yeah.
Is that GTA thing that you were talking about?
No,
that's
Ananta. Okay, so
okay.
Yeah, this Duet Night Abyss is basically anime Warframe, more or less.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah,
I can pull it up on
Okay,
stream,
Misery.
actually. Well,
With Gunnar skins.
Oh,
yeah,
yummy there.
so it's anime. Okay, I will preface it is anime. So there's that. However, the main thing is that it used to be a gacha, but it was kind of going like the Destiny route, where you would grind for the weapons and there would be the character banners, but it still had a stamina system. And through their beta tests, the feedback that they received, they kind of went like, so these, like, it's very unpopular with our players, like the kind of gacha stuff and the kind of stamina system. And what they did, opening up to their launch stream, they had like 3 little signs that they like showed up. Okay, they started out like, okay, all the characters free. You can grind for the characters. You can get everything free through gameplay. The weapons also free. You can like get the weapons, level them up through gameplay. Stamina free. You can like no stamina. Everything is just playable, unlockable through the game. And they just essentially said that, okay, we're going to monetize through pay to progress. So like if you want to skip ahead in progression, like you don't want to, I don't know, do 30 clears of something to get the materials for your characters, you can just buy them. And beyond that, like, it's just skins. Skins and cosmetics. And it's a looter shooter type game. It's very Warframe style, giant hordes of enemies.
It's
My
got
question
a
is-
dual narrative perspective too, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
My question when it comes to the game is that, so like, has this already taken effect? Like, have they already just gotten rid of it? Or
Yeah,
is
yeah,
this
they've
something
already-
that's
Yeah.
coming?
So
They
it's an
did a-
upcoming game. It's releasing
October 28th.
Yeah, October 28th, like near the
Okay.
end of this month.
So we can't like compare it
yeah,
money wise
like,
to
no,
Destiny
yeah,
Rising on
yeah,
that on that
obviously-
list that came out yet.
Yeah, obviously
No.
we can't compare it like monetarily wise, but I can say
I don't even
straight
know
up.
if it'll be on Gacha revenue because of them
Well, yeah, but
removing
it's still going to be on Sensor Tower though, and Gacha revenue.
Yeah, that's the
gets
thing. Like that
credits
list
from
I saw
Sensor
came
Tower.
out like showed Pokemon Pocket on
Yeah.
it. So like,
So, yeah, when it comes to that, like, frankly, I feel that move put Duet Night Abyss on the map, because like prior to that, it was, you know, somewhat niche. Like there was a player base for it, but it was never going to be like a big game. Like, and the devs kind of realized that, and they made that change. And I mean, it's got a lot more people talking about it. Significant amount more people talking about it.
I feel like it's got some great potential to be able to change a lot of things.
Oh yeah, 100% has amazing
but
potential.
we are gonna have to wait.
Yeah,
how it looks like after 6 months. Because if it crashes and burns and if it doesn't make any revenue, then the system's never gonna be tried again. But if it does,
I think we'll know before 6 months.
Then you're gonna see it. Pop up a lot more often.
Yeah, you're gonna know real quick. You're gonna know. I would say first month is a good idea.
Yeah, because I mean, well, one of the things about Duet Night Abyss is it's probably not going to have like the same kind of explosive revenue as a lot of gacha games do, because obviously gacha games, they kind of operate on like those banner releases, and when they release a banner, they get like huge influxes of cash. And you can also see that whenever like there's a rerun patch in a gacha game, or when there's, you know, like less desirable characters, that the revenue drops because of that.
You can also look at penetration of the game, and you know, there's a lot more other measurements you could use to determine its success.
But like, frankly, that move right there put Duet Night Abyss on the map.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's a good PR move for them for sure.
Absolutely. And obviously, you know, we do have to wait and see, because I mean, there are a lot of things that like sound nice on surface, but you know, when you get into the meat of it, there obviously could still be issues. Like, it sounds nice on the surface that we can grind for all of our exotics and grind for all of our mythic weapons in Destiny Rising. But when you get into the meat of it, you realize, oh, I can get like 5 copies of this exotic, but they're all worthless unless I have the cores and the photons.
Right.
Yeah. But I will say, I am very much looking forward to that game, and I'm definitely planning on covering it. Expect some videos on it soon on my channel. So, I mean, like, if anybody here is, you know, from that very first introduction
and it's not just,
to it.
It's not just DNA either. Like, Blue Protocol launches next week, and it has pretty much purely cosmetic banners, except for, I think there's a banner in Blue Protocol for their version of Echoes or whatever. So creatures or whatever it's called. And then you've got Anata, obviously, is a big one. Like, it's a trend in local gacha right now, like in the gacha scene that's starting to go. So hopefully, you know, hopefully we'll see Destiny Rising take a hint, especially with the way that they're directing their marketing. Duet Night Abyss is going to be awesome. I'm super pumped for it.
I'm super pumped for it too.
I wish I had a little bit more gacha experience to lead into it, but this is basically my only gacha. And I don't think I'd ever play any other ones with how I've seen even this monetization structure. The only reason I've given it a chance is because it's Destiny, and I'm enjoying the gameplay wise, but the monetization wise is unhappy with, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, to NetEase's credit, compared to something like Immortal, like this is a fruitcake compared to 400K to be a max whale in that game it's actually crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I feel like that's about all of our topics that we ran through today. Do you guys want to do like some viewer topics? Like, any of the viewers want to suggest anything or like ask any questions?
Yeah, we can do that, but I just wanted to quickly get your guys' opinion. I wanted to ask, what is your guys' so far like top favorite thing about the game though? Like, what do you think that like NetEase and Rising has done really well in your opinion?
Let's see. Frankly, I feel like
top one.
I love. For me, it's probably the social functionality. Seeing the amount of people in Haven, seeing like the chat availability, the clan houses, just like a lot of the social features that they've included in Destiny Rising are really nice and pointed more towards that like MMO FPS feel that I wanted from Destiny that we haven't gotten.
Yeah. social features
agree.
definitely
Yeah, the social features are way
huge-
better than D2.
Though-
I mean, even as something as funny and dumb as fishing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my chat just knows me as the guy that pulls out a fish mid-raid at this point, and like, you know what I mean? Just something as dumb as that coming from the social aspect, I think they hit the nail on the coffin with that.
My personal favorite thing is definitely going to have to be the Calamity Ops. Like, I love both of the endgame modes in this game. I love optimizing that stuff. I love, like, improving runs. And the thing I love a lot is taking off-meta characters into it. And seeing exactly how far I can push this stuff.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna ask Agent and anyone else, because we have a lot of kind of like events or I guess what are the activities that are kind of like on a time basis, right? What are you guys' opinion on if they had instead, because I know at least some people in my chat have talked about they wish that there were game modes where it wasn't necessarily you're rushing for time, but more of a like it's hard enough that like just completing it would
I would love to see more.
I
would love to see more content like
that.
Yeah,
it's good if they have
more
different
variety.
types of end games.
More variety. We need
I
endurance
feel like
content and we need speed content.
I feel like that's something that we definitely touched on earlier in the chat when it comes to just having different like survivability or like ad clearing or like speed, like just a variation of end game content.
So somebody asks, here's a question: how does Destiny Rising pull in a player base outside of the current Destiny player base?
Sorry, could you say that one more time?
How does the Destiny Rising pull in a player base outside of the current Destiny player base? They tried iFerg, Codem, YT, but I've noticed no movement from it.
Like I think we were talking about this earlier, but I think they have to reach out to more content creators in like even just the gacha game space and stuff. Because I mean, I don't think
that going for gacha game players is going to be like the best thing, because this game is really, really difficult. And you can't really like wail around it.
They've already pretty much lost the hyper majority of the gacha audience. Like
and like
hybrids like myself will still stick around, but they really need to aim for the shooter side.
Yeah, and it's hard for them right now because like their main audience is not in a great standpoint at the moment with how Destiny is. You have a lot of. Basically, I feel like their plan was to try to grab the people playing Destiny and pull them into a way to continue playing Destiny while they're on the bus or in their bed or whatever. But they've kind of lost that because the numbers for Destiny 2 are so low right now that they just don't have that audience to pull from.
Right.
I'm not the biggest fan of just promoting through content creators that are just going to play it because they're getting paid and then never play it again. That audience might take a look at it, but unless they are going to commit to the game, I don't think there's a ton of value there.
Look at all the Destiny creators they brought in.
Mm-hmm. But look what it got us, though. You know what I mean?
What did they all say? The same thing. Why did we have this in this mobile game and not in Destiny 2? Why couldn't they just enjoy it for what it was? You know what I mean?
When it came to Destiny Rising, pretty much every single Destiny 2 content creator essentially just ended off as a talking point.
Yep, exactly.
Like that's where its relevance ended off. Like they haven't talked about or been like really honest about the current issues with Destiny Rising. I mean, like basically the biggest extent to it is just like, oh, there's like some gacha and it's pay to win.
Right.
Which
I think a lot of people like. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, like, frankly, that's just kind of like the tip of the iceberg.
Right. I think that like because so many players are coming from like the Destiny aspect and they're like so used to like story-driven content, constant releases and stuff. I think NetEase would have to figure out a way to like whether it's on a seasonal basis or something like that where there's some form of that kind of story, something that constantly has the players engaging and like caring about the like Destiny world. Because at least for me, I remember getting into Destiny, I really cared about the world and like the lore and stuff. And if NetEase can find a way to balance that where it's not like in your face for the people that want to be able to skip it, but the people that kind of want to get involved with it, know the stories and all these things. You know what I mean? Like having, whether it's like a season, every season there's a new story world coming out and stuff, and people can go through that, or like a new strike, or even like a new raid, or maybe they like repurpose the Eclipse raid and throw up new contest thing. Whatever that may look like. I think having that aspect will keep like a healthy connection for people to wanting to like continue invest their time into it.
Yeah, and I feel like they do have like a good inkling of like sprinkles of lore here and there that leave a little bit of intrigue of what could possibly be in the future from like Crota and the Warlords, and there's just a bunch of different stuff that they've definitely touched on that kind of at least gets me excited about like story that they'll have in the future.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice if we could like continue to see that at a frequent basis.
Right.
Agreed.
Well,
You have one person saying like talking about maybe like future content, future raids and whatnot, or another one saying like we should probably try to get the servers together in one server instead of split into
like
4.
APAC's a ghost town right now. Like they straight up cannot like queue for grandmasters or for shifting gates.
Wow.
But it's also because China hasn't released yet. But
China's servers are going to be separate from APAC regardless.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
because they're isolated. I forgot.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
But Blaze Crest as that's the problem. Destiny 2 players came here for a Destiny replacement, but the infrastructure is a gacha. It can't fill 14-hour-a-day gamer Destiny 2 players.
But that's who they advertise to.
Well, yeah,
that's
exactly.
Their fault.
That's who they advertise to.
I wish it was otherwise. If they had aimed more towards the gacha side or tried to keep it even, they could clutch that. But because they're getting the audience they want, now they have to pivot to meet those audiences' expectations. Period. I mean, it's on them. It's not on.
They got the audience that they asked for, not the audience that they wanted.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's well said. Yeah.
I've got to step away, you guys. I don't want to
gotta go to
interrupt the
I
conversation.
feel like we're hitting
but
that 2-hour mark.
Yeah, we're past 2 hours.
I do want to do a PSA on behalf of May, because apparently I found out this morning, for all of us Estella players out there, your minions will actually body block the Partridge Sky projectiles. So,
What? Really?
yeah, apparently this is a thing. So, if you see your friendly neighborhood Yolder in there and you're playing Estella, try to keep your minions focused elsewhere. Otherwise, Partridge Sky is not going to do any DPS.
Let's see. So Anonymous asked, I would like to know how viewership is for everyone in terms of Rising content.
Yeah, go ahead. Let
me bring up the analytics.
Yeah, I was gonna say my viewership and even just sub count has definitely fallen off in the last like 10 days. It feels like.
Yep.
Yes. Same here.
Like it felt like because I started doing YouTube like 4 weeks ago. I'm completely brand new to this, and it was growing really fast, and I was impressed. But then I think, and from what I can gauge in the room, like it felt like everybody, everyone's viewership has kind of tanked within like the last 10 days. And I don't know if it's just that initial hype of the game, has been hit, and everyone was checking it out and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or if people are just kind of getting stale with certain things, but I like we'll see how it continues, but like it would be cool to see whether it's some kind of new just challenge modes or whatnot to like kind of incentivize the community to get excited about a bunch of these things again.
Yeah. Personally, my views may be a little bit different. During launch period up until about September 11th, I was pulling about 8 to 10K views a day. Since September of 11th, I've stayed pretty steady at about 4 to 5K per day, I would say medium.
Yeah.
So I like since September 11th, I've dropped about viewership about 50%, but it's stayed pretty steady since September 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my spike was actually on September 5th. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone else.
Mine was the 8th.
Yeah, I don't know why the 5th was so high.
Well, besides the initial release, where's like the biggest spike.
My biggest spike was like September 6th, 7th.
Okay.
Yeah,
My biggest
besides
spike
the
was
initial
September
release, I
10th.
think the 8th is my highest. Yeah,
Yeah.
as well. What happened
it's-
the 8th? Was that the reveal for Stella?
No.
No, no, hold on, let me check.
The
It
8th?
might have.
The 8th, yeah.
Estella was the
Uh,
11th.
Yeah. So, but
Estelle's
that,
release
I think
was
that
the
was the
11th.
reveal.
Yeah, you're probably
Oh, yeah,
right.
you're
It
right,
probably
you're right.
was somewhere in there.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, season 1 was around the 8th.
That feet trailer, man, really got him.
That's
Yeah.
what it was. We just need every trailer to be like that.
yeah. So my two biggest spikes, or like my biggest kind of hurdles, was the season 1 launch. That was like the biggest spike, and then I got a bit more like prior to Eclipse, and then it tapered off for a little bit, and then just around September like 22nd ish, that's when it started like really falling, and it's been around like the 7 to 9K mark since then.
Yeah, I would say my biggest spikes were both raids, just due to my raid guides. But outside of that, it was, not even like the character releases have made like huge spikes.
Yeah.
It seems like most of the interest, at least from my perspective, views-wise, have come from raids.
Yeah, and I think that's just
post Eclipse. That's when like stuff started falling hard.
Well, yeah, because I mean, Destiny is that kind of game everyone knows for raiding and stuff. So once there's no big raid or challenge mode type vibe, a lot of those core Destiny viewers may be a little less interested.
Yep, agreed.
Yep.
All right, I gotta run, boys.
Yep.
Yo, Misery.
Well,
love
it was good to start wrapping up regardless. So,
yeah.
Yep. Links to all of these guys' channel in the description of my video. Definitely check them out if you liked any of their takes.
Same here. Check below.
It's not on the Twitch stream, but it is on the YouTube stream. So if you want to check out any of these guys, like their YouTubes in my YouTube description. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys stream on Twitch as well. So
yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah, cool. I thought it was weird when I saw you not on Twitch. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
All
right, guys. Thanks again. See you later.
Yep.
Yes,
Thank you, everybody, for showing up.
Signing off the stream.
Later.
All right, you have a good one.
Later.
Have a good one, everybody.
All right. Oh, I didn't have anything else open. Let me go ahead and turn on my camera. Can I turn on my camera, actually? All right, there we go. So, that was stream pretty much. Good morning, everybody. Sorry I wasn't able to read chat nearly as much. We were kind of focused up on the topics and the conversations. Hack farm? we could do some hack farm, I guess, maybe. I'm not really sure. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I was noticing like time loss and stuff, talking about like skips on the leaderboard. I mean, frankly, my opinion on it is that like skips have been a thing in like most speedruns regardless. And it only really matters if it's like a competition and if it's like a really bad exploit. And I don't think like hopping over the wall is like game breaking, especially because the only thing you're caring about is a leaderboard. Iron bar open, run some of that. Run iron bar. Walking over an invisible bridge, bot walking powerful enemies to unlock locked doors, not what? It's arguably a little worse, because money on Ning, you just need one, so you don't think it's all that crazy for real. Don't even keep the title, so who cares regardless? Nothing else to do this game? Yeah. But, like, I don't even really want to play the PvP because, like, it's just... It's just not that good. Like, it's not balanced, it's not really fun. Got an old prefect and a Nobunaga from yesterday's Hack Farm? Nice. You just want to play a good game, man? So tired of gachas? Yeah. What makes me kind of sad is that, like, Wuthering Waves seems to be on a little bit of a downtrend for the past few updates. Like, past few updates, or past couple updates at least, have been kind of dry. Like, I've been playing through 2.6, but outside of the story, and, like, the bit of map exploration that I had, it has not really felt that expansive. There was the first day since release where I did my core character progression. I just didn't see the point in continuing. Yeah, I mean, like, I've got pinnacle energy to spend. I've got other stuff. I'll say I wish I could cut the VOD in half. And I also just realized that I forgot to hit the record button on my own end, so I'd have to, like, download the YouTube VOD if I want to upload it as a video, and I'm not really sure if that should really be done. But yeah, like, Ningfei is just so crazy. You'll go through it, don't worry? Okay. Well, hopefully the quality drop isn't that big. Yeah, I should probably turn off the background Destiny music. Keeps, like, pinging me with the founder bundle even though I can't do anything with it. Well, I mean, let's see if I get anything nice from today's Pinnacle Energy. And honestly, I feel like talking about Duet and Night Abyss today, like, on the stream, because I'm obviously I mentioned it during the kind of podcast segment. Yeah, I should probably make sure I check all the notifications as well that I had. Alright, well. Yep, that's worth feeding the algo to get a boost on release going? Absolutely. Should I really invest more time and money into this game? It literally sold 8k worth of stuff on another game to go so deep into the art, but it seems like you made a mistake. Yeah, personally, I would hold off on any monetary investment in this game. they need to show us something like they need to show us something that can give us confidence that, you know, this is something that we can actually invest our time and money into. Hopping in Discord soon. Am I getting in after stream? I might get in after I talk about Duet Night Abyss. Let's see. Support primary, void weapons, support characters, piercing weapons. Okay, it looks like I'm playing Umeko today. In some troll content.
I've organized the recent news for you.
Great stream. Thanks, man. We are for real one patch away from this game getting canned. Yeah, like, I really feel like if Act 2 isn't a banger, which I'm not expecting it to be a banger, I feel like if Act 2 doesn't impress people, it's getting dropped like... it's getting dropped so hard by so many people. Please tell us about Destiny Rising Season 2, aka Duet Night Abyss. Don't worry, I will talk about it. I'm just gonna get through my daily objectives here. Which, I mean, like, that's gonna go by so blindingly fast.
That servitor's preventing me from opening the vault. Take it out.
Yes, the TikTok guy again. Is he over here? Hello. He's lucky enough to pug to Messer in Calamity Ops, but DR is looking grim. Yeah.
Wow, talk about efficiency. All right, let's evacuate.
I mean, obviously, like, we could be entirely wrong in, like, Act 2 releases. Like, guess what? We got, like, double the region size in Red Sea Rift. We got, like, 2 new strikes. We got a whole new Gauntlet Blitz.
We need to get the vehicle back to the initial
and we got, like, double the amount of weapons. And we're like, wow, yeah. I mean, like, and we also fixed the resource issues. Like, they could straight up just do that, but, like, they also haven't communicated anything. So, like, if they haven't told me that they're going to be doing something different, I'm going to expect them to do the same thing. Like, communication is so intensely important. Rising is made on D2 assets. I doubt it has a very high budget and they can support it a long time. Oh, yeah, like, honestly, I feel like the monetary stuff isn't an issue, but the main thing is that, like, if they are not, just, like, not releasing stuff for this game, like, who's gonna play it? If it costs, like, freaking, I don't know, $100 or more a month to keep up with the content. Like, nobody's gonna play it, because it just costs way too much and they're not getting nearly enough. I mean, like, people make freaking jokes about this when it comes to, like, games and stuff. Is like, freaking $40 for a skin? If I'm paying that much, she better, like, come out of the screen and, like, jack me off or something. There's a lot of hopium. It's been 4 very weak patches. Yes. Very, very weak patches. And I will say that, like I said before, when we were having the discussion, the amount of content that they had in the beta and at launch would have been good for, like, the launch patch. Not so good for 6 to 10 months. Alright. Oh yeah, that's right. I've got to go to Muying to pick up a package with nothing in it. Let's just be real. Act 2 content will be completed within the first hour of release. Yeah. Like, oh boy, I sure do love my my rank up rewards at 20 reputation. It's so good.
Be safe, you hear me?
Resource issues will kill this game. Resource issues combined with like lack of content will absolutely kill this game. But I mean, honestly, resource issues alone would be enough. Yeah. Nitty is on holiday, so I hope that we hear more from them soon. Yeah. The fact that DMG said we get a Destiny 2 roadmap on September 9th and there have been crickets since is wild. If they didn't already have a roadmap, they could massage and present to the players in 3 weeks' time speaks volume. They literally have nothing palatable to present and are scrambling to come up with anything. The only thing which never let us down was Agent Fires with spreadsheet and streams. You're clutching this game so hard. Yeah. Nobody can say that I didn't try. No. And like, hey, if any of you are interested in Duet Night Abyss, I'm going to be giving Duet Night Abyss the exact same treatment. I'm going to be going just as hard into that game as this game. Yeah, I always get the Pandora's gifts when it pops up, but I'm reinforcing that easy bad habits with this game. Yeah. All gachas I've played quickly ran out of content on release, and there's too much content I don't have time for. That's why I quit ZZD and Star Rail. Yeah. I mean, I'd say Wuthering Waves had, like, some pretty good content pacing throughout a bunch of their patches, but recently it's been, like, very front-loaded with not much to do beyond, like, the single-time stuff like story. If it doesn't get better, I'm considering either dropping this game or going free-to-play. Yeah. Honestly, kind of same. Like, I'm definitely going to tone down the amount that I've spent on this game. Spent my money, I've had fun, no regrets. Oh yeah, I don't have any regrets, like, with the amount of time that I spent into Destiny Rising either. Like, I have had an absolute blast, but it's kind of like, you know, if there's not anything more to offer, then I'm not going to stay. And that's, like, the problem, because this wasn't a game that was meant to be kind of like a one-and-done deal. This was a game that was meant to be played for years to come. What exactly is Duet Night Abyss? This stream, the first time I've ever heard of it. I will get into Duet Night Abyss, as soon as I really can. Like, let me just spend my stuff in Chaos real quick. Wuwa got a lot of time-consuming and boring stuff. Some of their events, yeah. Especially if, like, you're not interested in the minigame stuff, which a ton of people are definitely not interested in the minigame stuff. That will get you, like, really, really time-consuming and boring really quickly. I really don't understand why they haven't done more combat events lately. And apparently they're, like, the new patch. I haven't watched the live stream yet because I haven't, what's it called? Wait, why am I even going in as an Echo? I mean, it's Spike Shell regardless. But yeah, I seriously don't understand why they haven't done more combat events, because the combat events in that game are so good.
Stay focused.
I just hope things get better with this game. I want Destiny. I want it too, man. Like, the reason I have been, like, going so hard on this stuff is because, like, I want Destiny. I just realized I didn't even get Boxer. Not that it really matters. I want to hear more about the giant robots in this game. Oh yeah, the Sentinels. Oh jeez, without boxing, this kind of really sucks. Yeah, let me just exit without save. Let's just do this again and make sure I get boxed this time. What do you think about adding resources percentages to the claim system? Or not even percentages, just like actual amount, that way people can actually... I think we just need to allow people to grind. Like, I think we're past the point where we, like, in the conversation, where we're, like, making concessions for, like, this terrible lockout system.
An unrestricted powerful force. This must be punished.
Feel like this game just doesn't have an identity? I'm right there with you, man. Like, it's so clearly, like, gameplay-wise and, like, difficulty-wise, much closer to Destiny than, like, any gacha, period. But it just is built like a gacha game, like, system-wise, and it's causing so many, like, it'd be one thing if it had, like, a split player base, like it actually was what a lot of people in my comment section say. And it's like, oh, it's just a bunch of Destiny players making problems for the people who actually, you know, this game is for. But, like, those people who talk about it, that's like 10%, if that, of the actual player base.
Objective awaits.
I want to add a Moners in a day. Really think that if people want to make a statement on Sparrow Racing event, they should just not play it. 12 refactor. I mean, I haven't played it. Like, I really don't see any reason to participate right now. The gacha players have up and left already. I don't blame them. Because, like, they go into that endgame stuff and they're just like, wow, I have a, like, let's say I've got a T6 character, alright, and I've, like, done all this character building, even though it was, like, so confusing, and I still can't clear? Like, what is this? That's what I expect, like, most gacha players to be like. Or they, like, logged in and they saw, like, the terrible quality of the first story, and they're just like, okay, you know what? I'm not interested.
Don't miss anything important.
It'll have split opinions from the Monster Hunter crowd and the gacha crowd. Yeah, no amount of new story content, activities, etc. will save him from the progression issue, and while having new stuff to play or experience is great, but progression won't feel great. Exactly. Alright, 181 defense, elemental range. Alright. That'd be like a 362, I think. Alright, let's get unscathed. Alright, let's get Boxer upgraded. So I've got one more set of 3 to go through. Do you think free-to-play players should stay away from limited banners because C0 limited will be worse than C1 permanent banner? I mean, frankly, I'm just not even sure if this game is even, like, possible to do free-to-play. Because straight up, like, how are you supposed to clear Calamity Ops without a T6 Ningfei right now? Or without, like, a super high investment Ningfei? Or, like, how are you supposed to, like, level up your units with, like, how limited the reward resources are without spending? See, I thought the story was... I think the Red Sea Rift story is good, okay? Jiangxi Rift, or Jiangxi Metro story, there are so many issues with just, like, the quality of that story alone. Not to mention that the writing is just kind of there. Yeah, you'd have to get, like, so wildly lucky to, you know, succeed as a free-to-play in this game.
Hunting void!
Yeah, and events don't even give you leaves for polls.
Make sure the current action plan is within your ability.
Alright, well, Pinnacle Energy. Oh, I actually got 2 exotics this run. Okay, another Valiant. Come, 144. I didn't even know they could drop this low. Holy! I mean, it's a 4 out of 4 at least. I mean, it doesn't have super boost, which, you know, I would much rather have super boost than signature boost, but like at least it's 4 out of 4 on like usable attributes. But like, golly, 144. I think that's like literally 4 attribute. Yeah, it's 4 attribute points higher than being quite literally the lowest possible attribute roll. Alright, 186 with shield, elemental, defense, overshield. I mean, like, so long as it's not overshield, that's decent, at least. Golly, from a pinnacle too? Yeah, 140 is the lowest possible roll. I mean, not that I need anything better than, like, a good roll on my Valiant Veil. Like, I mean, I can use it as refactor fodder regardless. I got, like, a 209 on this. I still haven't gotten a good Rampaging Pact, which is, like, the main reason I'm even doing this. Yeah, none of those that I got are really any better, and this one is also just, like, already good enough. Yeah, 362 compared to the 384 I had already. Alright, well, I got refactor materials at the very least, so I can... Yeah, I don't even have enough for a full refactor on any of my wolf artifacts either. Oh well.
Zeb, what threats are out?
Let's see. I still have 2 bounties left. I can do this whenever. I can do this whenever, wherever. Alright. Well, I mean, that was a terrible drop. Alright, well, that's about enough for Destiny Rising. Today, I've done pretty much everything that I cared to do today on this game. So, why don't I get to talking about Duet Night Abyss? So, let me just go ahead and have this pulled up. Well, I haven't, like, prepped for this. Duet Night Abyss. Obviously, having the main website will be good for the stream. Should probably pull up their official YouTube as well. Can I get the... Yeah, right here. Oh, I mean, yeah, sure, I'll subscribe. So, I wonder if they have a gameplay trailer. Do they have a gameplay trailer? I know they've got a bunch of, what's it called? A bunch of character trailers. Got a few 131s before. Yeah, must have been from Mythics. Yeah, big frown moment for spending Pinnacle energy. So, obviously, like, the global launch announcement stream. Right there, like, that's obviously something important to bring up. They've got their freaking character trailers, the event recap. Do they have a gameplay trailer? That's what I'm, like, really curious about. I'm gonna have to find some footage if there aren't any official pieces of footage, because I know they didn't really show gameplay trailer stuff in the announcement stream. They did show off, like, the graphical upgrades. Maybe on their X. Hell yeah, let's go into the Destiny Rising Season 2. Oh yeah, there will be male characters in this game, by the way. So male enjoyers,
you seem like a decent sort, so I suppose I could lend a hand in my own personal capacity, of course.
This one like only shows the idle animations and stuff. They've been showing off a bunch of like they've got different environments. Gotta say, I love the environment. Like they gacha games in general are like so good with environment building. So it did hit 10 million global pre-registers. Okay, so they do have gameplay in the TGS stream. So wonder if I can pull that up. I guess not on YouTube. Could have sworn I was on YouTube. So, oh wait, it's on their JP. Okay, that's where it is. Okay, so they do have official gameplay showcases, so I don't have to worry about taking anything from any other YouTubers. So let me just get to like the start of this right here. Good Lord, headphone warning. Oh, let me turn the browser audio down a bit more. Sorry. I know I have my YouTube audio down. I don't know why like my browser audio is so loud. But then again, like I've got my headphones turned down as well, so the world is healing from Hoyo virus. Yeah. Hoyo virus is over. Let the virus be unleashed. Alright, well, let me just check out a couple things real quick. Alright. Because I do have a couple of pings. What's all the way down here? Oh, it's this server. This is gonna be like freaking something stupid, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, it is. So I've heard. All right. I actually need to take a moment to drink some stuff because my throat's kind of dry. All right. So, well, I mean, I've obviously got some gameplay showcases. Do they get into the combat pretty quickly here? Like, I think this is like intro cutscene and stuff. Let me see if I can find a section with like a good combat showcase. All right, it looks like right there. So let me skip back to like the start of this encounter. All right. It's going to be on both mobile and PC. So you can see it's going to be available on both the main mobile platforms. And it's also going to be available on both the main PC platforms. It doesn't seem like it might not have its own like client, so it looks like it's going to be Steam and Epic only, which is kind of unique, honestly. All right. Let me just turn off the music for now. I don't know. Should I keep the music on? I usually put my own background music into videos regardless. Can't load the DNA website on your phone or PC? Oh. Is it an old phone or PC? Also, quick question: is the browser audio like at a good volume for the stream? Like if it is playing, is it not blowing your eardrums out? I should probably listen to like the rest of its soundtrack. Funny enough, this game drops the day after my birthday. Also, I'm guessing you can Trey rested? Or retested? TRE retested? Oh, you mean pre-register? Yeah, you can pre-register. Alright. It's a bit high? Okay, I can turn it down a little bit more. Alright, let's turn it down to like -7 decibels. That should probably be good. Alright. So I think I'm probably a bit ready. Yeah. Hi, hello everybody. So, as you probably can tell from the title of this video, it's going to be somewhat related to Destiny Rising, but it's not going to be a Destiny Rising video. As you all probably know, Destiny Rising has been going through some issues currently. Many of them I have talked to, well, frankly, I've talked to death on my channel. If I pull it up right here, let me just go to my channel real quick. Obviously, we've got the variety of different things that I've talked about. The gacha, or not the gacha, the events, the other issues like what should they change, so on and so forth. And me and the rest of the or not the rest of them, we didn't get everybody, but we got a large amount of Destiny Rising creators to get together, and we talked about the primary issues. And if you haven't checked out that VOD yet, or that video, which should probably be the one right before this one comes out, then be sure and tune into that. We talked about a lot of the issues and how we think that the game should continue going forward. However, one main comparison that we brought up during that stream was an upcoming game called Duet Night Abyss, which is what I opened the video up on. The official website for Duet Night Abyss. Now, this is going to be stylistically a very, very different game to Destiny Rising. Of course, it's got that anime aesthetic. And I'm sure many of you are already familiar with gacha games in general. From many of the polls that I've done on my channel, most of the people who are playing Destiny Rising were Destiny players and gacha players. Now, there are obviously some Destiny players that didn't play gacha before this, but this is a game that was definitely a bit, more on like the gacha side. However, there is something very, very special about this game, which, even though it is brought up in gacha discussions, and I'm bringing it up right now, like, quote, as a gacha, if we take a look at their global release launch announcement stream, obviously they doing the usual live stream stuff. They're showcasing their quite frankly amazing sets. That's one thing that I always love when it comes to these streams. They open up to a very interesting set of 3 announcements, and I can just skip ahead to it right here. So, prior to this, Duet Night Abyss was a gacha game very similar to Destiny Rising, where, you had like the guaranteed character gacha, like no 50-50 on the banners, and you also had the stamina system. So, but this is how they opened up their launch announcement stream. So they said, like, free. Alright, first up, all characters in this game, 100% free. You'll be able to collect all characters through gameplay alone. Now, you will still be able to pay to progress. That is something. But if you are somebody who is necessarily, let's say, wanting to grind, who wants to be able to spend time in the game and be rewarded for the time spent to then earn in-game rewards, you can indeed grind for the characters. And beyond that, again, you can grind for the weapons. And not just the weapons. If we go a little bit further, we let them progress on. Skip unlimited stamina. Stamina free. Okay? So, essentially, what they did was, in their previous playtests and their feedbacks, they essentially got the feedback that, hey, these systems, for the type of game that this is, don't really work. And they decided, you know what? Let's remove those systems. Let's just make this, an actual kind of game. And the type of game, which is why I'm talking about this specifically, and not quite like maybe some other gacha game, which maybe is doing a little bit better. Because this game is, while it is not aesthetically similar to Destiny Rising, it is very much gameplay similar to Destiny Rising. Yes, this game is a looter shooter. Okay? And it's going to be probably comparable to Warframe. That is the main type of game style that we have. We actually have some official gameplay footage from the Tokyo Game Show livestream, which I will play right now. And you can see going through the usual character action like stuff, and they get to a cutscene, which I can skip through real quick to get to the next gameplay. And you can see that is a rifle on her back. So not only do you have all of the normal sort of like melee stuff you have in this game, you also have access to shooting guns. Just like how it is in Destiny Rising, you can shoot guns. But it is going to be a lot more similar to Warframe, where like you've got like that kind of one melee weapon, one ranged weapon. But another detail about this game, which I'm sure has been something that a lot of Destiny players have complained about, and maybe not as much as the energy system, they've definitely tolerated this deal a bit more, but you can actually equip every single weapon on any character in Duet Night Abyss. And throughout their, like, essentially drip marketing for this game, they've been just showcasing all the different weapons that you have available, and also all the different characters that you'll be able to collect, build, and play with in this game. And each character is going to have their own unique movesets. Very, very similar. And again, this is going to be like just, you're going to be finding out like giant waves of enemies. In some of their marketing, like they show off you fighting against like 100 enemies on screen at the same time. And that actually happens in game as well. So this right here is kind of looking like somewhat of an answer to a lot of the issues that we've been experiencing in Destiny Rising itself. Because we just, right there, we're able to grind. We're able to get all of the characters and upgrades for free. And, obviously we are able to customize our characters a lot more in this game with the weapon variety and, like, equipment unlocked. Now, this has probably got a lot of people wondering, how exactly are they going to monetize this game? And they actually came out with a, like, beyond pay to progress, because obviously pay to progress is only going to, like, garner so much. There's only so many people who are going to be like, yeah, I don't want to play this game. I want to, like, buy my way through this game. But it was somewhere around the launch stream. Let's see, it was 1 month ago, August 26th. So if I just pull it up right here, this post right here. So, all characters' weapons for free. You'll be able to collect all of them. And you will be able to buy the character progress shards. So I can just open up all of these to showcase. So you'll, like, your daily commissions, your weekly commissions, and from direct purchase as well. And you'll be able to get the character. Stamina, you're just straight up able to grind. And the monetization remap, their cosmetics are the main focus. And, So you want like the super nice skins? I mean, it's basically just the same way as any other free-to-play game that comes out nowadays. I mean, like Destiny 2 primarily gets its monetization through cosmetics. What's called Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, Fortnite, especially Fortnite. And, you know, even beyond that, they were talking about all these other updates. Refining stages, character AI support, movement upgrades, streamlined flow, and main story updates. And again, like, all free. Except for the cosmetics. And beyond that, like, it's not like they're just like keeping the game in the same state. Like, they've been working on improving character models that they also talked about in this live stream as well. They also talked about improving the like dungeon systems of this game, the environments as well, getting upgraded. So this is not a stagnant game whatsoever. They are working on improving like everything that they possibly can. And, you know, just like Destiny Rising, going to be available on the mobile devices. However, it's also going to be available natively on PC through Steam and Epic Games. So, you know, for the people who have been wanting something like a PC client, this is going to be a lot easier of an experience than downloading an emulator, having that all set up, and then having some extra issues with the emulator, regardless of, like, it's like a question like, is it this problem with like the game system, or is it a problem with my emulator? And I just want to say that I've been like pretty excited for this game pretty much ever since the stream happened on August 26th. And this game, as we can see on the website, is going to be releasing on October 28th. So that means it's very, very soon. In fact, it is less than 4 weeks away. In fact, it's almost 3 weeks away. So expect to see more stuff like around Duet Night Abyss. I mean, obviously they've been drip marketing this game almost every single day. Like, I pretty much every single time I wake up to a new announcement coming out about this game. Whether or not it's a new character or a new weapon, or they're just talking about the different environments that you're going to be going through. And obviously, we will have to wait and see to see just how good this game is and how successful it's going to be. But it's also not going to be asking you for a lot up front. It's going to be telling you, hey, this game is free. You can grind it for free. And if you are really passionate about it, if you like the characters, you know, buy their skins. But I will definitely be covering this game, and I'm going to be learning a lot more about it and breaking down as much as I can to kind of distill that information and transfer it to you all. So expect to see more of this coming in the future of this channel. And I won't be, like, dropping Destiny Rising. So anybody who, like, subscribes to me for Destiny Rising, I still will be covering that game. I still have a lot of passion for it and a lot of love for it. However, we also have to realize that, you know, like, no game is perfect, and this is going to be something that I should pay close attention to, because it could be an answer to a lot of the issues that we've had in this game. Because if this game proves that it can be successful through this monetization model, then it also proves that Destiny Rising can be successful on that exact same model as well. But with that all out of the way, thank you all so much for watching. If you are interested in Duet Night Abyss, then be sure to subscribe to this channel, because I will be covering it. And also, if you are interested in the game itself, like if you weren't interested in before and you are interested in it now, you can pre-register on the website. You can add to your wish list on Steam to get notified on the news. And obviously, I will be talking about any sort of like big announcements regardless of this game. I could probably do like some regular updates on news and releases. Now, I won't be able to offer any beta insights. They have been very closed doors about the beta info and stuff that they've been testing with NDAs. A pretty stark difference to how it was in Destiny Rising. So, you know, we'll have to wait on the juicier details until later. I would like to hear your thoughts about Duet 9 Abyss in the comments below. I mean, obviously, I know, like, a lot of Destiny players probably aren't going to be, like, super interested in anime, but I also know that a lot more will probably are interested in anime. I mean, heck, I'm a weeb. So many of the players that I've played with are also weebs. Like, it's not uncommon. But with that all out of the way, thank you all again for watching, and as always, I will see you all next time. Alright, well, that is the video. Now, I'm really, really glad that I have, like, such a good core audience, because even when I'm not talking about Destiny Rising, or like, doing Destiny Rising stuff, y'all still stick around. And I really, really appreciate that. It definitely makes me feel... It makes me feel good that I have a lot of people who are, like, you know, talking or like interested in, you know, what I'm talking about and what I'm bringing up. And I mean, obviously, I try to do a good job of keeping things relevant to the kind of stuff. Like, I'm probably not gonna talk about, I don't know, sports or something, or like NBA 2K or whatever. I mean, frankly, I'm just not interested in that stuff regardless either. But yeah, because it was always like gonna be a big fear of mine that I would essentially just be stuck to a single game if I covered it. That if I, like, dropped the game, then, like, everybody would drop me because they only cared about that one thing. But I definitely feel like a lot more viewers nowadays are more open to, like, different stuff, which I do appreciate. I'll just make sure that this gets uploaded to the Google Drive. That'll be about like 8 minutes, so stream quality might go down a bit for that 8 minutes. But yeah, let me see what everybody was saying. Rising definitely went the opposite direction. They focused on purchasable power, and the cosmetic store is pitiful. Most things are silver only. Emotes are awkward as hell. Yeah. It's painful to see stuff like their laugh emotes when the character has straight motionless face the entire time. Yeah. That is, it's definitely painful to see. I must say, gaming has really fallen quite far for us to be praising them for making a normal game. Well, I mean, not gaming in general, but, like, the fact that this is going from, like, the gacha space, because this was originally meant to be, like, a gacha game, so it's going essentially from, like, the worst to, like, you know, over here. Which is like, hey, that's pretty good. Hope you're having a good day, Brody. I'm having a pretty good day, yeah. Let's be honest, they dropped the gacha only because Warframe is already free live service. If they offered worse and more expensive Warframe, nobody would have played. Yeah. Things looks like it could fit Destiny, low-key the Beyond Light-like area. Oh yeah, definitely. Like the environmental design in Duet 9 Abyss, like that one right there, I was looking at the Atlasia journey log. Definitely fits like the kind of like cold industrial stuff. And one thing that I really, really like about these games is just how much variety you'll often see in the environments. Like, you'll go from one region to another, and it's just, like, not going to look the same. Like, this is another one where it's just like, okay, this is the town area, which it looks entirely different to that other region. I was like, that's a buzzsaw launcher. I actually missed this. The Guishu Ratchet. Yeah, so it definitely looks like there's going to be a big variety in the weapons that you'll have available to you, and the characters as well. Big variety in both gameplay style and in how strong they are. And this looks, yeah, this is an assault rifle. Oh, this is, I think, a bit more of a more general kind of upgrade and stuff. I'm definitely gonna be going like super deep into what this is. Like, everything that I can figure out about it, I'm gonna try to. I'm not even a gacha guy, but I'll try any game if it's free to play and on PC. That game was Duet Night Abyss. That's the game. Do you know if the game is open world or semi-open? I'm pretty sure it's open world. Let's see, info. The customize your looks with dot. Oh, like dot. Oh, so you can like change color. Oh, so there's gonna be like skins and there's gonna be color options. Oh, cool. All right. Swap between range and melee weapons, battles. Okay. I didn't really say anything about open world, but definitely looks like an open world game. Maybe if I go to the Atlasia tab. Story faction. I guess just talking about the different factions. I'll have to read through all this. Oh no, he's in the fields low. That should not be a pull drop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Duet Night Abyss does look crazy cool. I mean, even beyond just like the gameplay, like this game looks like it has some pretty crazy cutscenes as well. And this snippet of a boss fight that they had going on. Now, I will say, like, I will have some pretty high standards when it comes to like boss combat in this game. Because, I mean, I'm coming off the heels of Wuthering Waves. And I don't know if you guys know what bosses are like in Wuthering Waves. Cause, like, let me just go to the False Sovereign. This is like some just OST music. So this isn't gonna be like top tier gameplay either. But like the boss fight for this guy. Playing against it for the first time was like absolutely crazy in WUA. So let me just see when he pulls out some like the really crazy moves. Yeah, like this stuff. Oh yeah, it's not going to be female-only characters. They just advertised the male unit right here. His face reminds me of, like, Tartaglia from Genshin Impact. Can't wait to job test anyone do it Night Abyss releases. I mean, who knows? Act 2 could be a banger update. We don't know. It looks like Better Tower of Fantasy. I mean, it's not hard to look like Better Tower of Fantasy. I'm gonna be honest. Alright, that's it. I'm re-downloading WUA. His name is Randy. Yeah. But so that's another weapon that they just showed up today right here. It's the Blessed Artistry. It looks like you can charge up like the big kind of piercing explosion, or you can just shoot off like piercing energy waves as well. Like, golly. Oh, nice positive thing about Rising I enjoyed yesterday was how good the music was for the Estelle. Oh yeah, the music in Destiny Rising is phenomenal. Like, I'm genuinely surprised at like how good the Destiny Rising global soundtrack is. Like, pretty much all the tracks in this game are so freaking good. Which makes me really, really sad because, like, if this game doesn't pop off, we're not going to get more amazing music. I mean, did you know that they got, like, Casey Edwards to do some music for Destiny Rising, like the Expanse music? Like, crazy stuff. DNA New Wolf. If they release a character in this and do it Night of Bills that's like Wolf, like, it's just going to be over. Like, oh, he's so fun. I have Wua, but dropped it since I never get the new characters or the characters I want, so it killed it for me. Yeah. Definitely a issue for other people. Like, I'm a low spender in Wua, so I pretty much get the characters that I want. I haven't really had to skip any characters that I've never had to skip a character that I really wanted. Did I see the Sparrow Race fixes? Yeah, I saw the Sparrow Race fixes. We talked about it at the start of the podcast. And you said you'd like pull that from, well, actually I got to wrap up the stream first for you to pull it from YouTube. That's right. But yeah, they just removed everybody who had a lower than 2-minute time. And they made it so that, like, if you did the exploit, you'd get kicked. The remix versions of the Ahamkara / Dreaming City OST was sexy AF. Absolutely. Also, for anybody who doesn't know, Casey Edwards is the guy who made Bury the Light for Devil May Cry 5. And a bunch of the other music for that game as well. Goated musician. Goated artist. I mean, like, we can just, like, look at some of the other stuff that they showed off. Like, let's see, what other kind of crazy weapons and stuff do they have to showcase? So, dual pistols. Love dual pistol weapon types, by the way. Is that it? Oh. Imagine there's going to be, like, some more crazy stuff that you can do. I mean, honestly, like, some of the other weapons, like the freaking buzzsaw launcher, just kind of crazy to me. Ooh, great sword. That's a crazy looking sword. Okay, I was asleep. Did you have the music during the call stream? Yeah, I mean, it's just this, what's it called? This relaxing Destiny mix up to Final Shape. That's what was just playing in the background. It was in the stream as well. It was playing in the background. Why is dual pistol shooting like a burst? It's just like, shooting both of them. Do it looks kind of slow paced. Well, this is like just them showing off what each weapon alone does. Because you're going to have your weapons, and you're going to have your other weapons, and then you're going to have your character skills. Also, another thing about Duet Night Abyss, yes, it will be multiplayer. So, also there's another dude y'all have access to. So yeah, showing off some of the weapons and the character abilities right here. Like, once we get our hands on it, like, trust me, I don't think that there's any game out there that the marketing looks like just as good at what players are going to do, like, in-game. How's the hype for the game so far? I'm pretty hyped for it, personally. Sub-Agent is ability strength, super boost, what I'm looking for the Estella artifacts. Ability strength, signature boost, super boost, solar boost. That's what it is. Also, thanks for covering Duet Night Abyss. Just pre-ordered. Nice. I love those dog emotes that you're using, by the way. The I quit smoking. But yeah, hype for Duet Night Abyss is rising. Yeah, we are the minnow for the whales to eat them. Not big on PvP. Yeah. Music during gameplay is too intrusive for me. In particular, you have it permanently off. I'm guessing missing out on. But better than getting distracted. Yeah, you can always... Excuse me. Oh, jeez. You can always listen to the music, like, while you're not playing, by the way. Destiny falling. DR just needs to stop making a legendary challenge viable with just one character. What a dumb idea. You can do a bunch of the legendary campaign challenges with multiple characters. Like, the Shinkas that you're dealing with and the shields are not like that oppressive that you need somebody who matches them. Hey, Agent, I don't think this is about how powerful Ning Fei is, because he is, but the problem is people really like mobility in shooters. We need more characters similar to Ning Fei, absolutely. Which makes me really sad that we're getting Arc Stella next. Especially because, like, Arc is kind of known for being a speedy class, or like a speedy type of stuff in Destiny 2. So it kind of doesn't really make sense that like 3 of the 4 Arc characters kind of move like bricks. Arc Stella is crazy. Yeah. Heard that EA was bought by the Saudis. I think it would be good or bad. Also just realized I moved up NetEase and EA. I mean, it's kind of crazy that they bought EA. Like, what? I mean, I don't really know what they're going to do with it. Also, 2 summon characters in a row feels bad if you don't like the summon style gameplay. Absolutely. I mean, heck, even if her drones give her, like, acceleration, that's still not going to be good enough because she doesn't have any abilities that take her across the map like other characters do. Funnily enough, since EA was sold, someone tried to get into my EA account. Golly. More gambling games would be my guess. Yeah. No more work. Woke, hopefully. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, I didn't really mind. Well, I don't say I didn't mind too much, but it didn't really affect me too much because I've pretty much only been in like, I pretty much only play like Asian games and indie games. So none of that stuff really ever affected me too much. I was already well and over checked out of the AAA scene. At least the Western AAA. Well, I mean, it's about like 3.5 hours in to the stream. I don't really have any other topics. I mean, I could obviously like still just kind of hang around and talk with the chat, because I love hanging around and talking to the chat, by the way. I might want to change like the stream category to like just chatting though, because I'm definitely not on Destiny Rising, that's for certain, or even talking about Destiny Rising. Am I gonna try Blue Protocol? I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been somewhat interested in Blue Protocol, but I've like never looked up anything about Blue Protocol. Like, so I can check it out on Steam. Okay. Definitely a very saturated art style. Not a bad thing, but definitely different. So, you know, getting some like open world vibes. Yeah, I know it's an MMO at least. So, am I gonna get to see any gameplay in this trailer? I might be able to. But I guess it's just kind of showing off the world and the traversals, setting the mood. So, I've got a question about Blue Protocol. Is there going to be like a customizable MC? Because I'm kind of like... That's kind of like up there for me on stuff for MMOs. I heard your podcast earlier, and as a casual free-to-play player, I only got to do Eclipse because of carries. It was the funnest event yet. The grind seems insane for casuals to get to 70k power on a character. Absolutely. She looks high with that open mouth. Yeah, so, I mean, character models, I'm not, like, super impressed by for this. But, I mean, obviously, it's, like, an MMO, so you're gonna have, like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 people on screen at one time, so, like, I can let that slide for, like, the scale of it. But I will have to, like, see some gameplay. Okay, so yeah, it does have character creator, custom MC, sweet. I mean, I wouldn't mind checking it out, because it's going to be like free to play. Okay, so I didn't actually get to see any gameplay. But it looks like you've got a bunch of different mounts and stuff. Emotes, customizable characters. Minigames and like leisure stuff. Oh, it looks like this is the character creator. I mean, I'm not like not interested on it. Like, it's free. Like, it launches, like, it is free, right? Like, I don't have to pay a subscription to okay, yeah, it does say free to play. So, like, I probably will check it out just cuz. I know Styx is like super looking forward to Blue Protocol, and you know, I like Styx. I've talked with him a bit. So, you know, maybe I talk with him a bit more about Blue Protocol sometime. You join me next week on Here 5 playing a Hunter Summoner. A character creator, solid customization options are good. Free 99. I mean, yeah, I'll join you with it. I don't see any real reason not to. I mean, like, October 9th is Hellhest release. Okay, so here's the deal. If Act 2 is a banger, I might not play it on launch. If Act 2... well, I said if Act 2 is a banger, I might not play it on launch. If Act 2 isn't a banger, then I might just boot up Blue Protocol. Hop on Expedition 33. I do have Expedition 33. I have not played that yet. That is definitely a game that I'm interested in. Especially because I've heard it's like kind of similar to Xenoblade. Not necessarily like it's the same kind of deal as Xenoblade, but like I heard that as a Xenoblade player, I would probably like it. I think the biggest letdown in DR for me when it came to creating Wolf was that you couldn't be an Exo. Yeah, you can't be an Awoken either. I did drop this game during the closed beta for Destiny Rising. But you'll give it another shot when the full reset happens. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm like super impressed by it. Like, yeah, you know, it hasn't had that like you're gonna have to do a little bit more than that to impress me. Ooh, I haven't had like that moment yet with it. Granted, like I have this is literally just like my first viewing of it. I am interested in like the MMO like style of games. I just haven't really had an MMO that like really kind of ticked all the boxes for me when it came to it, because a lot of times MMOs they kind of how do I say it? They kind of have to make concessions in the gameplay department compared to other games. Crazy how long matchmaking takes for shifting gates. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I had to ask people in my chat to join me for shifting gates to get a match going. No gameplay on YouTube I could check. I mean, I could check gameplay on YouTube, like Blue Protocol, Star Resonance gameplay. Let's check out some gameplay. All right, so gameplay part 1.
Hey guys, it's...
All right, we got a hey guys here. So let's try and see some of the combat. So yeah, it does look like it's going to be a lot of standing around, talking to people, which, I mean, I'm used to, like both MMOs and gacha games. Do we get to see any combat? A lot of standing around and talking to people. Okay, here we go. The open world. So it looks like there's a skill tree. Okay, that's a fire attack +5. Can I just say, I find like just base stat increases on skill trees, that's like the most boring thing ever to me. Like if it's a skill tree, I want it to like really change how I play. Okay, so it looks like this right here. This is like showing off some moment-to-moment gameplay. Okay, definitely doesn't look bad. Definitely does not look bad at all, gameplay-wise. At least, like, initial impressions. Like, initial viewing. I will have to see, like, how bosses work, because I definitely know that when it comes to, like, MMO bosses, they're going to be, like, really hit or miss. A lot of times it's just going to be kind of, like, whacking an enemy that kind of, like, stands still and attacks every, like, 5 to 8 business days. Not like, again, not like wowed yet, but I'm also not like, this isn't something that interests me. Destiny is technically an MMO. Technically, yeah. Like, Destiny is probably my favorite multiplayer experience in a game. This game also locks you out of progression like Destiny Rising story, so it's going to be time gates. Awoken is just human, but blue to me, so they're just meh. No future for this game. Spent 300 when it came out thinking it was D3, but it's a gacha for real. Same toxic community is still here. Hashtag the golden days are gone. S.Dot has lost all hope. You're locked into DPS, tank, or support roles with your weapon? Okay. And weapons have 2 styles of play. Alright. There are typical MMO raids in endgame, and the goal is to get endgame gear. Raid bosses have mechanics. Okay. Overworld bosses are damage sponges. All right. I'm not an anime fan at all, but I do prefer the more cartoony looking art style that Blue Protocol seems. If that makes sense. Yeah. Like I said, the saturated color of the art style, it's different from what I've seen a lot of like anime style games go for. But it's not bad either. Seems like a mix of current gacha gameplay like Genshin/WoA mixed with MMO systems. Yeah. So this is kind of it kind of looks like this is what this is going to be like the quote better TOF. Probably going to go straight to Duet 9 Abyss. Yeah, but this comes out before then. Like this is like a week. So at the very least, like, it could fill up some time between then. Destiny's not an MMO because it needs to be massive. Destiny's instance co-op looter shooter. Yeah. I mean, they want it to be an MMO. They want to say it's an MMO so badly, but it really just doesn't have the MMO sauce. Sparrow Racing feels pay to win. Number 1 slot, always won by spenders, but game wants me to get top 1 to 3 times for reward. Yeah. DNA says, or I'd say 10/28 global launch, but it says DVI on Steam. Well, yeah, I mean, official website, advertising all October 28th. I don't really know why it says TBA on Steam. I think it has to, they have to go through like a couple other things. Like Steam could just be slow. It's releasing on Epic first. Really? Man, that's going to be kind of sad if it's going to be an Epic exclusive first, because, man, I do not like the Epic Games Launcher. But, I mean, I'll play it, and then I'll immediately swap to Steam when it releases on Steam. But, I mean, at the very least, if you are on, like, Epic Games, you can and spend any money on it, you get the Epic rewards, which, you know, it's cash back. Well, not cash back, but, like, store cashback, store credit on purchase. Helps me a lot when I'm buying Fortnite skins. Got an extra copy of Concerto from Strike Basic Rewards today. 100 strikes and 1 exotic. That's rough. Haven't played T2 since I killed the Witness and been playing New Vegas instead. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of games other than D2 lately. A lot of single player experiences. Definitely like Wuthering Waves as well. Been keeping up with that. And I've got some other games that have been on my radar that I've been trying to play. You know what's a game? So I've got a question. Okay. Are there any people in chat who play 100% orange juice? Or even know what 100% orange juice is? I need to know if there's any juicers in the chat. So, man, any orange juicers. Because, man, I want to play that game. I want to play that game with some people, like, so badly. I've been fiending for some more orange juice. I am, like, straight up, I will pay, or I will buy the game. Player 2 Productions, you play orange juice? Sick. You know, I've got another community night tonight on my Discord, by the way. I don't know how many people know about the community nights, but I mean, like, I've got a lot of people on stream right now. I'm planning on hosting community nights every Tuesday, every Friday, and you know, we're gonna be hanging out, we're gonna be talking, playing games, and I would love to play some 100% orange juice tonight. So, Player 2 Productions, if you're going to be available, like, after 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern, definitely tune in, or join up for that. I mean, heck, anytime, just, like, message me, hey, you want to play some orange juice? We get, like, 2 other people. I will play that game so much. Thoughts on Silver Palace? It's definitely interesting. I think, like, the gritty tone, I like that. And I definitely like the art style as well. It's
something new. Beyond that, I mean, they haven't really shown much more. I mean, again, like gameplay-wise, every single game, gameplay-wise, in that space is going to be compared to Wuthering Waves. And it's going to be really hard to beat, like, Wuthering Waves gameplay, I'm going to be honest. At least for me. First time hearing about it, seems interesting, 100% orange juice. Straight up, like, when it's on sale, any people... Oh, it's actually on sale right now, actually. 100% orange juice. It's on sale, like, 75% off. I'll straight up buy some people copies of 100% orange juice. Just bought it? Sick. Alright, let's play some today. I love that game so much. Yeah, it's less than $2. I played Tiger Skin, Binamin, so I forgot the character name. Bet I'll Be On was on yesterday, but I'm not into Warframe anymore, so you left? Okay. Yeah, I've got all the DLC for 100% orange juice. I buy it as soon as it comes out. I love this game so much. Well, I feel like this has been a very productive stream, personally. Definitely feel like it'd be good to wrap up in a little bit, just because we talked about, like, all the important stuff today. And, I mean, frankly, I don't really think that there's anything much more. Had a good time talking with the chat. Had a great time in the podcast discussion. But yeah, definitely, like, join up for the community night. I'll be there, and I actually will be there at, like, that 6 o'clock time frame as well. I'll probably be there a bit earlier, in fact. Pretty excited for it. The first one was really nice as well. But yeah, I mean, frankly, I'm probably just gonna, like, hop off right here, maybe get some lunch, and then hop into a Discord call on my server, so... If any of y'all want to play some orange juice or, like, do some other stuff, then, you know, just hop in there. I'll probably be there within the hour. Because, frankly, I don't really have much else to do today. But, yeah, thank you all for tuning into the stream, and even bigger thank you to everybody who tuned in since the very beginning. I appreciate you all so very much. Also, thank you, Kanekalekin, for the sub today. I know you're my brother, but I appreciate it. But, yeah. Yeah, no problem, Radial. Thank you for showing up, and, you know, thank you for all the gifted subs that you've given to the channel. Like, W or Radial.